I was addicted to Percocets and Oxycontin and was able to get them on the street level in bulk.
Damn.
I didn't leave home with less than 40 pills on me.
What?
I was killing myself slowly but surely. I thank God every day that I experienced that at the time that I did, because that was before fentanyl. What fentanyl is out here doing and how undetectable it is, the pillhead that I was, I would kill myself. I'd have been dead, just like that.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay on the Road. I am your host, Shannon Sharp, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today. He is one of the most trusted, influential, leading voices in hip-hop media with a loyal fan base of millions. He's one of the few hip-hop artists to transition successfully into digital media space without compromising his voice. He's built a thriving independent media empire, a podcast powerhouse and trailblazer, a media titan, industry veteran, a cultural critic, a revolutionary hip-hop commentator, Grammy-nominated rapper, a savvy business owner, multifaceted entrepreneur, polarizing creator, unfiltered entertainer, unapologetic commentator, electrifying host, captivating personality, successful broadcaster, and admired artist, a media mogul, the podfather, Joe Budden. Did we do you right?
Shannon, thank you for having me.
You remember we were just talking about, you was like, man, I ain't been in the business that long. I said, well, okay, I gave you a couple extra years, but you're like, started playing in the back of your head. You're right.
No,
you're right.
And then as I'm listening to your introduction, I'm like, man, it has been a long traveled road.
Man, let's look here. You do what you did. That's Shay by Laportier.
Okay.
You want to do the water?
Well, no, because I'm drinking water, but I'll toast with you.
Where?
There we go. My man.
Bro, you shook up the internet when you I don't know if you accidentally or intentionally, you was trying to show, look, I'm doing this thing my way, and you accidentally leaked that you make X amount of $100,000 million a month. What were you hoping to do in the process of doing that? Did you want to show like, look, you can do it on your own? Or what was the purpose of you doing what you did on IG?
Well, the message is always that you can do it on your own, for as many people that want to hear that. In that moment, I was just tracking the growth.
Yes.
I was sitting there just like I said, it's been a road long traveled.
Right.
So I think it was the impressions is what I was trying to highlight. It was some around.
You forgot to block the other part out, huh?
No, you know what? We blocked it, but we old dinosaurs. So they unblocked it.
Damn.
They unblocked it, and I got a lot of phone calls, but God is in charge, so ultimately, a lot of good came from it. And again, we sharing information. It's not meant to be gatekept.
Let me ask you this. What made you decide to go to Patreon? Because there are a lot, I mean, you're on YouTube audio, you got Apple, you got your platform is vast, and so you got a lot of different people can consume the Joe Budden podcast on a lot of different platforms. Why was it so important for you to go that route?
At the time, that was, we had a high belief in ourselves and what we had accomplished at Spotify previously.
Okay.
And we had a lot of data that told a story. So at the end of the term, you can listen to all the offers in the field, which we did. We listened to everybody. But ultimately, where would I be the happiest? One, where could I be paid? Where could I celebrate in the growth of my own show without having to ask anybody? I mean, that's always just the most important.
Did you feel like if you had taken one of these deals, they were going to, then they feel like they can, what Joe Budden can talk about, how Joe Budden can move the show, the growth of the show, because you move as you want to, because you are the sole proprietor, you're the sole owner of the show. So if you want to add somebody under your umbrella, I can do that without having to ask for permission.
Well, you know what, anybody we partnered with, they never really tampered with the creative.
Yes.
Isn't that right? But when you're just learning, right? And at every turn, what I was learning about how podcasters would be paid and how advertising worked and CPMs and all of this other shit, I never jived with any of it.
Right.
I never jived with any of that. And I was able to, because my show was so large, you know, kind of have my own say in things. So at Complex, it was Complex negotiating the advertisement deals with their sales teams, and whatever the tiny bump was in my contract is as much as I'd be able to participate, even though the ad was contingent upon my participation.
Correct.
Big problem for me.
Yeah.
Big problem for me.
Because you doing all the work. You doing all the ad reads. People want to hear Joe Budden. They want to hear your voice. It's not the same as them just implanting it in there. They want to hear Joe read that.
And that's the part that often gets like twisted up when I say that. This is only applicable if your replacement list is like short, because they can always replace you.
Correct.
They can always replace you.
Yes.
But I mean, it's my job to make it damn hard for them to do that.
Right.
At Spotify, it was more the same with the advertisements for us. We were getting bunched in with whatever thousands of shows.
Right.
Well, we were one of the first, one of two. And then we got bunched in with all of these thousands of shows that y'all shopped and came back and spread out the, that doesn't jive. I don't jive.
Right.
I don't jive with that.
You're the most popular.
I don't jive with that.
You're the most popular. You're the biggest. But you want us, these other mini shows, yeah, you give us a tiny bump, but it's like, this is not market. I want to be market. I want to be a free agent, because free agency is I can get what the market bears and not just bunched in because I'm under this umbrella.
Well, and now you're taking it to the next point, which is you go kick ass at whatever the place is, you name it. And then at the end of the term, we have to negotiate the value of it.
Yes.
And a lot of times y'all are in charge of dictating what that looks like on your consumer face. I don't jive with that.
Okay.
I don't jive with that. I never jived with that. So Patreon for us was the best because we were able to get equity. We were able to participate in the growth of this partnership.
Right.
And it was able to just put it in the hands of me and my fans, which has always been the case from day one.
Right.
I always want to do that.
Were you one of the first to be on Patreon?
No, not on Patreon. On Patreon, I wasn't one of the first. Patreon's been around for a while. Before I signed my Spotify deal, Patreon was around.
Okay. But you didn't really know anything about it because the podcast space, I've only been in it for like 5 years, Joe. And so I remember CJ, who's my producer, he was at Fox, because I got into this because Fox wrote it into my deal. And so even though I had it in my deal, we weren't doing anything. COVID happened. They was like, well, we would like to, because we got it in your deal, we'd like for you to do a podcast. So I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? There's like, and CJ was like, well, call the most famous people in your phone and ask if they would really be willing to come on the show. Mm-hmm. Now, at that time, there was no in-person, so we had to do everything virtually. Hell, I had Floyd Mayweather, had Snoop Dogg, had Ice Cube, had Rick Ross, had this one and that one. And so that's how I started. But I was like, this ain't nothing. He said, no, there's money in it. I said, well, they ain't tell me nothing about no money. They just say I need to do this because it was written in my contract.
And they wouldn't.
And so, but I did go back. I said, look, if I ain't say CJ because CJ was an employee of Fox, so I didn't want to get him in trouble. Mm-hmm. I said, but I think there's money in this. The only person I knew that was getting money in podcasting was Joe Rogan at the time because he was so big.
Yeah.
But I was like, Joe Rogan. So what's the money? And then once you start doing it and you start doing a lot of things on your own and you start see like, hold on, there's the YouTube and then you get the programmatic for the ads that they place, that you can place ads yourself.
Yes.
You can. I was like, there really is money in this.
It's a whole other world. It's a whole other world out here.
But as you said, that was not something they were going to tell me.
Hell no. They wouldn't tell you that. No way.
But you said they gave you an equity stake in Patreon. So is that what you look for when you look to do any partnership? Are you looking for an equity stake or are you just looking to take the money up front?
I'm never looking to just take the money up front.
Okay.
We would have advanced conversations in the background.
Right.
I'm not saying that no deal can get done without me having equity, but I ask for it today.
Right.
Because the podcast and the podcast community is its own economy, and I've seen the effect of what a partnership does. Mm-hmm. We were at Spotify before they went public. We understood what they were trying to do at the time. to funnel money away from the music business. And podcasting played a really pivotal role. That's why I never want to undersell it, because it is low budget, or the word podcast.
Somehow it's developed a negative connotation, Joe. Why is that?
And you know what? And I listen, when I started, it was a negative connotation.
Yes.
They kicked my ass for it. But it does, today, it's stigmatized. They do tend to hear that word and kind of just compartmentalize it, put it in its own space.
Because a lot of the big, like A-list celebs, they look at podcasts like, that ain't no real TV show. But if you look at Netflix is starting to get involved in podcasting. You saw Amazon get involved in podcasting. You see these big conglomerates.
Listen,
if it wasn't what is growing, they ain't wasting no time with.
Long before Netflix, some of the shows that would pop up on these streaming apps, television shows, would be modeled or based around a podcast.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times on Hulu it would say, inspired by this podcast, or it would start with a podcaster. So it was broad, and television shows would even make mention of things that they would hear on the podcast.
Right.
But you're right, how it's looked at and what people get when they hear that word, it's still, because nobody really knows how anybody's getting paid from it.
Right.
I think that has a large part to do with it too. All you ever hear, today you hear all of these numbers. So people know that there's a way to get paid.
Correct.
But they can't figure out how.
They don't really know how to get started. And then a lot of people just think, well, Joe Budden making 20 million. I should make at least 15. They don't understand. You didn't start out making 20 million. There is a gradual process, but everybody wants to skip the process. Now, Joe, everybody just wants to go straight to being the CEO. Don't nobody want to clean. Don't nobody want to work the desk job. Nobody wants to work the mailroom. And it's like, man, all you do is work. And so when they come, I'm sure you've heard it. They come to you, man, got this idea, want a podcast. I say, so how often you want to do it? Well, I just want to shoot like 10, 12 episodes a year. What?
Yeah.
And so you think that's going to work? You want 10 to 12 episodes a year, but you want how much?
That part. How much money do you want for those 10 episodes?
I'm like, bro.
That's why I don't even know how to give advice anymore, because and I do it week to week, different podcasts we call, and we have the talk. But sometimes those talks are a brother on episode 8 saying, well, where's the money at and how do I get paid? And I'm like, it may be a path for that, but that wasn't my way.
No.
I did this for years for free. A lot of that, I did this when a lot of the thoughts and ideas we had were way ahead of the technology, and we had to just wait for everybody to catch up. We had to wait for the ad agencies to catch up. We had to. So I don't know how to get paid by episode 8. I don't.
Right. There is no money in episode 8. And because now everybody's starting to see there's a pathway, everybody's getting in, and so it's becoming a very saturated market now. So you got to be really, really good. Now, look, if you're a big name, if Denzel and Sam Jackson started a podcast, people are going to tune in at first. Now, the first 3 or 4 episodes, but then how can you keep them? Because that's the hard part, Joe, is getting people to listen. Man, Joe Budden, I'm going to see what Joe talking about. Can you get them to come back? Can you get them to come back again?
Listen, we've seen a million A-list celebrities start podcast or make the big podcast announcement or go get a big bag and never deliver an episode.
Nope.
Not a one. I've seen them get fired. I've seen them, they're not, to be a podcaster, still to be a podcaster. Like you could count on the Joe Budden podcast to drop twice a week, 52 weeks out the year. I'm gonna be there.
Right.
Some of them, you're not committed to it. Y'all are playing the headline game. You're playing the stock game. You had no intention of doing it.
Especially when COVID came out, Joe.
Oh, my Lord.
Because there was really nothing. The studios couldn't shoot, but we got to get something out. Hey, Joe, we got this big, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Joe had a podcast. I thought Joe was going to drop this such and such. Mm-hmm. They took the money and ran.
Always.
And then, bro, it's a grind. And people don't realize how hard you got to work and what goes into it, Joe. People really just think you and your group, y'all just show up and just shoot. No, you got to run down. We got a direction in which we want to go. We got to get in and out. We got to direct traffic.
Yeah.
It's not that simple.
Not
But
at
people, when people don't see how the food is made, they think it's easy to cook. But if you watch your grandmother or your aunt or your mom cook, you realize that plate ain't just getting on the table in 20 minutes.
She been prepping this.
Yes.
She been prepping this food.
Yeah, all night.
You're absolutely right.
And then you really took it to a next level. You're like, you know what? I'm going to have my own ad team. I'm not going to rely on some of the others that have advertisers that they come to you, and by the time it gets to you, you getting 60%, as opposed to like, you know what? I hire my own ad team and I'll get the whole 100%, and they give them a percentage of however you do it. Mm-hmm. What made you decide to go that route?
Honestly, the outlook as far as ads started with just like how I listened to podcasts and how I was as a rapper. I used to hate promo. I used to absolutely hate doing promotion. I'm not going to lie to you. Even when an album was coming out, I wouldn't promo it. And when I would listen to podcasts and an ad would pop up, I didn't necessarily enjoy that.
Right.
I didn't like that. I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the conversation, which I thought was extremely important at the time. So
yes.
for this check, and I tried them. I tried at first, and I'm talking, this is around 2015, 2016.
Damn.
2015, 2016. I tried to, again, Shannon, nobody knew where money was coming from in podcasting. So if this ad came for whatever the money was, it was shorts. But the thinking was, if you pack in a bunch of those, you can see how you make some money. I did the ads. I f***ed them all up. Whatever the read was, I went totally off script, laughed at them, told them to call me instead. I don't think it was Talkspace or somebody. It was a mess. But from there, again, how I moved was because the audience was so large and it was growing year over year. So, I mean, it was cheaper to just hoe around and add yourself to death versus nurturing a relationship with a brand that you understood, that understood you. And again, maybe this is trauma from black people and how I view the word shock jock, right? Because you'll participate in all the success, but anytime something happens off script, you're so quick to toss us to the side, put all types of words in these contracts. I never jived with that.
Right.
I never jived with that. So, no, I forgot where I was.
Yeah, no, but you were saying that why you decided to like do your own. You have
back to the ads. So yeah, and we were blessed enough to have some really good partnerships with some people for years and years and years, and it was profitable for both sides, and you meet good people, and you do this thing. You start to do it, and you start to reap the benefits of the independent company that's out here putting in the work versus the ads team, the sales team. And then that's always the thing too. This whatever your beef is with whoever you partnered with, at some point they're gonna put it on the sales team if you start having the right conversation. It's like, all right, let me come talk to the sales team.
Right.
Then let's have a conversation. Let me get on the phone with some of these people.
Right.
And yeah, but edgy content.
The big game is almost here, and there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And since the big game is right around the corner, that also means it's your last chance to get in on the football action before the season ends. So close the season out right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. The playoffs have been electric. Drake May all damn day, going all the way. I got my eyes on May to Diggs for the big game. More passing touchdowns, more receiving yards, more. New feature alert. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Find your community on Prize Picks with new social feed feature. You can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups like you use or use them for inspiration for your own picks. You can also follow Prize Picks partners like us and play or fade our picks with just one click. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just download the Prize Pick app. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It feels good to be right. The thing was, I didn't really understand because as a consumer, I was like, man, as soon as it get good, here come an ad. Damn, TV. I just want to let's keep it going because it's really good. And then you understood, well, that's how they make money.
Yeah.
And people like, man, you running all these ads. I say, so how do you think a graphics team and a producer and an editor and social media, how do you think I pay these people?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it gets paid. These cameras cost money.
Everything costs money.
It does.
Everything.
And people don't understand. I say this talent costs money. People don't work for free.
Your TikTok edit is going to cost money. Your Snapchat edit is going to cost money. Any new camera, any new lens, any picture that you see, the thumbnail,
yes,
and everything.
And I don't know how much you guys travel or get on the road, Joe.
Then there's that.
But
I mean, I try not to because it get expensive, but then there's that.
And that's, and like you said, I mean, for us, is that what we try to do if we have to be somewhere, we try to kill two birds with one stone. Well, let's see, since we got to be somewhere for Nightcap, well, let's see if we can do something for Club Shay Shay. Well, if I got to do something for Club Shay Shay, let's see if we can get somebody for Nightcap. That's the way you try to work it, to try to cut down on some of the costs. Mm-hmm. But I don't think people understand that to make a successful podcast, it costs money.
You goddamn right. You better be willing. You got to believe in yourself. You
got to
have to invest in yourself. Yeah, you have to make it work.
Since the Joe Budden is like taking off, is gone into another stratosphere. Have you been able to treat yourself?
In what way?
I mean, maybe a new whip, bigger house out in Jersey. I know you like watches.
I'm not so much into the watches like that.
I can't tell.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I see you now. Not recently, no.
Yeah.
Not recently. I did that a few years ago.
Yeah.
Went out and bought the Ferrari and then bought the whatever was next. I did that. I had a year of cars. I don't drive.
Right.
I got my chauffeur. It's just like, okay.
You gotta drive. You got somebody to drive. It's like, why am I buying these cars to sit up in the garage?
I mean, and I love my cars. I love my truck. But I did it, felt good. I'm off now.
Over and done
I'm
with
in the
that.
process of maybe building my home.
Dream home.
Yeah, I'm in the process of that. That's exciting and a headache, but exciting.
Yeah. It's funny how Spotify say, Joe, we got $2 million for you. Do your podcast over here, $2 million. You're like, oh. And I think we was with Spotify for like a year.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years. Didn't ask for equity.
Oh.
And it's not that they would have given it to me.
But
it's not that they would have given it to me.
Yes. You gotta.
That's not my concern. Gotta ask it. You gotta ask it.
All they gotta do is say no.
Let them say no.
Yeah.
Let them say no.
Because you hear these stories of Beyonce performing for Uber. Mm-hmm. They want to give her money. She's like, nah, can I have equity?
I'll take that.
She's like, okay. And then boom. Nas, same thing.
Mm.
Boom.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, when them deals gonna happen to me?
They should be happening for you.
But that's the biggest thing though, is that early on we didn't know what we didn't know.
Yeah.
Now we know, we can ask. All they can do is say, nah, we're just like, okay. Like you said, I ain't turning down no big check.
Yeah.
But I got to at least ask to take a little smaller version if I can get a cut of the equity in the growth of the company. Because we both believe. You believe in me. I believe in you. Let's participate. Let's grow together.
Yeah, and at some point, if you do it enough times, then we pass belief. We pass proof of concept stage. I'm done convincing people what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen what happens too many times when you pair this podcast with this company. I know what's going to happen. So no, if you don't understand what's going to happen and you're not willing to pay for what's going to happen, then you can't participate in what's going to happen. It's the same way the other way around.
When did you realize you were underpaid? How did you realize you were underpaid? And you decided to leave and go young?
And you know what? And I'm going to say complex, but money was never the driving force, which is how we all end up underpaid because we're doing it for the love and the look.
Yes.
It was that complex. Again, they up. I was inquisitive. I asked a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. I'm always early. I'm always punctual. I'm going to open the building. I'm going to be the last one here on the show.
Right.
I'm going to talk to the camera people. I'm going to talk to the corner suite. Like, I'm going to have the information to be able to best make the next decision. And that's how I ended up learning about what went on with the ads and
Right.
how they were being sold and how they were being funneled to me. And I just believed that I should participate differently once I heard that. I had no idea of the money that was flying around because we're not supposed to ever learn the money that's flying around.
Right.
But once I heard it,
It was over.
and I'm like, well, what happens if I don't wear this, whatever the sneaker was at the time? And they were pulling out big money.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't jive with that.
Yeah.
I don't jive with that. And from there, everything was education after that. From there, everything was education and learning what people are paying, learning what they're paying for, how they value it, how they're benefiting from it. Like it's education. You had to learn.
But Joe, at the time, you turned down, allegedly, a big deal from Spotify, over $40 million. That's a lot of money. That is,
I don't know if it was 40, but it was
it was substantial
it was
amount.
a good amount.
Probably more than you
more
never.
than I had ever made.
Yeah, you're like, and to walk away from that, Joe, and to believe in yourself, to say, you know what? And somebody, who did I hear say? Well, Master P. Master P said, well, they offered me $1 million. Well, if they offered me $1 million, I
Yeah.
must be worth about 50 to 100.
Yeah, on the Solange album.
Yeah. So
Absolutely right.
Is that how you were thinking? If they're offering me this substantial amount of money, I've got to be worth a little bit more because they ain't looking to break even. They're looking to turn a profit. So if they'll give you that kind of money, what kind of profit are they expecting to turn?
Well, at Spotify, again, craving information. The 2 years I was there, we did a lot of asking for advanced analytics, a different kind of dashboard, different codes to be able to track things that were specific to
Your show,
our
like
show.
slash Joe Budden.
So we got this data for 2 years.
Okay.
At the end of that road, you can take this 30 million or whatever the number was, or you can trust in what the data is saying if you go out there and just do the
it
work.
yourself.
If you think, if that says that for the last 2 years and you trust in your audience and what you're doing, I'm going to take these people with me over here and see what happens. And by the grace of God, it worked out, man. It worked out, but a lot of tough decision making, a lot of sleepless nights.
It is.
A lot of turmoil, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of public bullshit, a lot of mistakes. But I mean, my trust is in him.
When you see Joe Rogan get a deal, Alex Cooper, the Kelce brothers, the Ringer just sold.
White people.
Damn, Joe, you ain't even let me finish. Okay, well, go ahead.
There's no need for me. There's no need for me to be starting the conversation wrong.
There ain't.
I will. There's never a time where I'm comparing my race to a white man's race.
Right.
I mean, for reasons that
We feel it's obvious.
it is obvious. It is obvious. My fight is different from their fight.
Yes.
And I don't say that angry
No.
about it, but I mean, I acknowledge it.
Yes. We understand.
Yeah.
But let's not make it seem like.
And I don't need to either, right?
Okay.
I don't need to. There's Steve Harvey.
Yep.
There is Charlamagne.
Yeah.
Is on that list. There is
Kevin Hart has a podcast that.
There is Kevin Hart. There is my brother Stephen A.
Yeah.
Even though I'm mad with him right now, but there are black examples of what happens when you own your IP.
Right.
It's black examples of that. And congrats to all of those people you name. Alex, I'm a big Bill guy. Love
Yeah.
Bill. Shout out to Joe. That's cool, but not the same race.
If they came to you and offered you something like that, would you be willing to turn over? Says, okay, I'll do X amount of shows for this amount of money. Y'all sell whatever. Y'all gonna give me X. I'm cool with it.
Wait, who said that?
If let's just say a Spotify, one of these big conglomerates, right now Netflix, Amazon is still in. They don't do as much as they once did. What is that? Wandering, Wave, and all those guys. They say, Joe, we're gonna take up the Joe Budden. We're gonna take up the umbrella. We're gonna give you X amount of dollars, and then we're going to sell everything. Kind of like what they do with Joe Rogan. I think Joe got a 5-year $250 million deal. So they come to Joe Rogan, come to Joe and say, Joe, we got a 5-year, $200 million deal. We just want to take over everything.
Probably not. Probably not. It's not where I'm at right now. I'm 45. Like, I still feel spry. I still feel like, I don't feel like the aging artist that needs to go sell his catalog.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
And I'm building catalog.
Yeah.
I'm building catalog. Well, and I know what I make right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
they have a double that, huh?
And we'll talk to anybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. We'll talk to anybody, and probably are talking to most of them.
Right.
But the deal would have to be boutique.
Are you looking to scale? Are you looking to have more instead, like, say, like Netflix? They're getting podcasts and trying to develop their podcast division. Or you look at some of these other, Amazon was trying to develop their podcast division. Is that what you're trying to do with Joe Budden? Are you trying to develop a podcast division where you have, obviously somebody maybe in hip hop, and then somebody in motivation, and somebody in fitness, and somebody in, relationships? Are you trying, is that the direction that you're trying to go in?
Maybe. Right now I'm focused on getting as many eyes as possible on the Joe Budden podcast and our exclusive content that we drop on Patreon.
Okay.
And from that, we have other shows. We have Podwise, which is a huge success. We got the Ian and Mark show. Like, I want to be nimble enough, Shannon, to always be able to go do a show.
Right.
Whether that be a finance show, a sports show.
Yes.
I want to be nimble enough and have the staff in place to any idea that we think of, we can go execute, whether it be a doc, whether it be a comedy, whatever it is. So I always want to do that. Right this second, no. There's too much fun stuff happening out here with all of these platforms for me to be there right now.
After watching a close friend go through a loss a few years back, I saw how quickly grief can turn to financial stress. No one deserves that feeling I saw him feel, and I mean no one. No matter what I offered to help, it wasn't enough. I promised my family I would never make them feel the same way my buddy felt. Trust me, that experience of watching a close friend go through financial stress while grieving changed how I think about protecting my family. Life insurance isn't about expecting the worst, but it's about making sure the people that you love are supported no matter what. That's why we at Club Shay recommend life insurance through Ethos. Ethos makes life insurance fast and easy, 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and the same day coverage. How much easier can protecting your loved ones get? There's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos now by going to ethos.com/Shay. In as little as 10 minutes, you can get a free quote and up to $3 million in coverage at ethos.com/Shay. That's ethos.com/Shay. Again, that's ethos.com/Shay. Application times and rates may vary. In the process of scaling, if you scale, are you saying, okay, I have the Joe Budden podcast, but I don't need to be a part of everything that's going on in the Joe Budden universe?
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully.
Yes.
And hopefully.
But like you said, you like, man, I'm young, I'm spry, and listen to that you talk, and I see how you're like, man, I'm just 45. You get excited to get up out of bed and go do what you do every day.
Shannon,
and that's the kind of motivation that you got to have to be successful.
I'm living an absolute dream. I make no mistake about it. I get to wake up, live, eat, dream, and shit music as a music lover, right? Like, I want to hear my favorite song enough to be good if I never hear it again. I'm that type of guy. Okay. Like, I really love this. I'm talking to my friends every day. You're talking to somebody whose road wasn't the school and more schooling and then work and then, my story, I don't come from none of that. So right. from my start to where I am, why would you not do more?
Right.
Why would you slow down? Why would you not dedicate every second to this shit? Especially, that's before you get to reaping the fruits.
Yes.
The fruits of it. That's awesome. But just without that, how could you not want to do it? What's the alternative?
Because I think the thing is for you, Joe, and kind of myself, is that we found something that we really love doing. How many people out there really enjoy going to their job?
Well, today, I think that number should be projected to change if you look at the next 10 years.
Okay.
But today, but I encourage everybody out there to find something that they're passionate about.
Right.
Like, even if you go into work every day, still, when you get off work, do something that you're passionate about for that, to ignite that other shit that's in you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, how many times you done heard something, man, I hate this job. She'll be glad when it's shift over. It's hard to do that for 20, 30. And a lot of people do that, Joe. We found something. Look, I was a professional athlete. I enjoyed it. You was in the rap game. You enjoyed it. And everybody doesn't get to transition. Everybody doesn't get to have something they enjoy doing and then find something else they enjoy doing just as much, if not more.
If not more. Yeah.
You and I have been very, very blessed. A whole lot of people aren't blessed like that, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, don't try to trick me into saying some shit.
No, but they're not.
It's true. It's true. Listen,
go ahead.
As much as eggs cost, to have a job, as much
as buying me a couple of hens of myself.
No, honestly. And if you're living in New York is expensive. New York, New Jersey, it is criminal what the is going on out here.
I just left California after 8 years. You ain't gonna tell me that.
Man, oh my Lord. So if you can feed yourself and shelter yourself, you're blessed. If you're healthy, then you're blessed. We're blessed in a different way.
Yeah.
In a different way, but that's not the norm.
No.
That's not the norm, and I'm not even gonna sit here and pitch it like it is.
For the longest time, YouTube was the only really space that podcasts live. And they're still big with the ads, but you see Netflix coming in and they got boatloads of money. Should YouTube be worried?
If you're asking me, fuck yeah. Yeah.
Because YouTube wants to be a network, Netflix wants to be a network, but Joe, you know this, in order for you to be considered a network, you have to have live sporting events. And what have YouTube done? They got the NFL. What have Netflix done? Got the NFL. Amazon, what did they do? Get NFL and basketball. So if you want to be taken serious.
And Paramount got UFC. Right, so.
And WWE, you see where they're going with this?
Yeah, no, they're playing big boy games up there with big boy dollars, for sure. And YouTube has always operated as the lone whale in the sea. Mm-hmm. Everybody was there already because that's where the eyes were. And that was back since way back. So now, right, you have somebody over there should have seen so many stars. They should have seen the kids doing baby music. They should have seen the lo-fi music channel guy. They should have saw it was before there was no Tubi. They should have saw the small independent movie guys, the director guys, the podcasters. You had them all. So now we're in 2026. Eventually somebody else in the sea had a dick.
Yeah.
Somebody else had a wallet, and now they see they may see more than you see. And we have to find out about that. But there's somebody else with a checkbook that's coming to pull your biggest, and not just they're coming to pull from everybody they pulled from. Yeah. Right? That was Barstool, that was Volume, that was iHeart, wherever they pulled from. If I were YouTube, I would be concerned about what that meant for, again, not today, but everything's projection. 10 years, 5 to 10 years from now.
Right.
What does that mean? My little sister right now is 12 years old, and the next 5 to 10, you talking about 17, 22 years old. How is she going to be consuming things? How is that age group going to digest? Where are they going to go? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But if I were YouTube, I'd be having a meeting about it.
Wow. Good friend of yours, you guys go back and forth. Charlamagne.
My man.
$200 million to do his Black Effect his podcast. Congratulations, Charlamagne, on that.
Indeed.
When you heard the news, like there was somebody in the Joe Budden that looked like us, Charlamagne. Mm-hmm. I mean, Joe. Mm-hmm. Like $200 million. Like damn. Congratulations, that's kudos. No, hey, okay. Let me see if I can get my group together and see what we can come up with.
Can't hate about that. You can't hate about that. If you wanted to hate them, that wasn't the time to do it. You can't. That's a black man who put the work in, who did it his way with his ideology, and at the end of the road, found a way to bump into that type of, not bump into, that's not wrong wording, but to end up with that type of headline.
Right.
So there is nothing that you can hate on with that. It's inspiring. It's inspiring.
Were you originally cast to be a member of the Breakfast Club?
No. Where'd you get that? Who you spoke to?
I'm just asking. I
was so happy to be coming here mess free. Because I don't have current mess. But who told you that? Where'd you get that from?
Look.
That was a good one. No, I was never.
I don't know. I mean, you got.
My name was in a hat. My name was in the hat at inception. Mm-hmm. When they were tossing some ideas around, when they really didn't have a title yet. I went to one dinner with somebody concerning that, but I was never in further talks about it. Okay. That was a good one.
We do our research. We
somebody over there.
We do our research. The Complex Show, Everyday Struggle. How did that show change your life?
It changed everything about my life. Everything about my life. It was college. It was going to college for me, because I've never gone. So to wake up at 6 a.m, head into the city from Jersey, and just kick it with people. Just kick it with people. And again, all the learning that happened for me, all of the education I got from Complex, it was that time was everything for me. It was the education. We had fun. I think we changed the landscape of media at that show. It was a huge rebranding tool for me, which was a large part of what I was doing it for.
Right.
I thought people might have had the wrong impression of me, and all good things came from it. All great things came from it.
Would you consider you guys were the first take of hip hop?
Yeah. First take, whole piece of definitely inspiration, for sure. That debate style was hot. There was the conversation going on in hip hop about the OGs and the younger generation, and how we should be kind and treat each other and speak to each other. So all of that was hot at the time, and Complex knew what to do with it. They marketed it right. They put it in front of the right people. It took off. Changed everything.
Could that format work today?
Yeah. Today, so much is personality driven.
It is.
It's in our hands today. So get the right personalities. If you get the right personalities, anything will work today. And there's so many people out there.
How much you making? So they come to you to say, look, we got this idea. Because a lot of times, or an idea like, man, just for me to get on television, I'll take whatever. Because I remember when I was playing, Joe, my coach used to commend me. You know what I love about Sharp? Sharp would play this game for free. And I would always say, but I'm going to need everybody else to play for free too. I ain't going to be the only mofo playing for free. If everybody playing for free, I'll play it for free. Mm-hmm. But you've not been to pay them, and I get paid, and I play for free. So when you look at it, it had to be a small amount. I mean, because it was a new show. You don't getting...
At Complex, I wasn't making no money.
You weren't making no money?
No, I wasn't making no money.
$200?
No, I wasn't making no money on Complex. Hell no.
Damn.
I was making enough to
keep you coming back, drive back into the city.
Again, money never moved me.
Okay.
That's never what I was doing anything for.
Okay.
With hip hop,
right.
I loved the shit, and I wanted to be considered the best from people I thought was the best.
Okay.
And then I got a record deal and bumped my head all these times. Like, oh shit, it's a music business.
Right.
And again, more education. So no, I wasn't making no damn money on Complex. Hell no, not at all. Not at all. But that was the last time I was underpaid.
But was it a situation that once you found out that they were making money and they weren't paying you any money, is that when you went in and say, okay, well, I want to make X, and they was like, So why did you end up leaving the show?
Well, I finished my contract. My contract was 9 months.
Okay.
They weren't looking to renew it. I had a child on the way.
Okay.
And that was the end. We weren't on the greatest of terms because of how I valued the show versus how they valued the show. And we tried a few times to come back to the table, but nothing really ever came from that. But and by then, everything, that's when the deals became a lot more lucrative.
Right.
It was that point on. Complex was a proving ground. That show was like a proving ground of sorts.
That was your proof of concept that Joe Budden can sell.
Oh yeah. We were out of here. We were out of here. Everybody was ready to talk at that point.
But when you do reality TV, obviously some conflict has to be a part of the show.
Well, on reality television, yes. On reality television, yes.
That was right up your alley, huh?
Well, which time? I have many different reality TV experiences.
Yeah, you do.
I have my first tenure on Love and Hip Hop when I had the stupid vests on and my barber was putting all the stupid shit in my face and I was high off Molly, so I couldn't even look at myself and say, hey, what the are you doing? Right? And I did that for years. And then sprinkling some X's. That was a mess.
Yes.
And more importantly than that, the contract may not have been the greatest for all of these different reasons. So cool, but then I think I had a couple's therapy stint. Interesting.
You like reality TV.
I'm a fan of reality, and if you're gonna tape it, then let's tape it. That mindset started for me because in rap, in the era that I was in hip hop, it was very braggadocious. It was very stand on couches with 20 girls and the cars and the jewelry. Rappers couldn't even really say they had a girlfriend.
Right.
In that era.
Right.
I didn't have the label support to where that would ever be my story, and that's not who I was. I was an introverted kid who suffered with addiction issues. That was my story. So, yeah. I forgot what I was saying just that fast.
No, you said reality TV.
That was my mindset, right? Like in 2006, I can cut a camera on and just show who I am for real and my real life and my real relationship and my day-to-day travels. I guess some of what the streamers are doing now, and that worked.
Right.
That worked. Anytime I was authentic, it worked. So I try to always be authentic.
You can only be Joe.
I can be better than anybody else.
You had a viral encounter on the show with Lil Yachty, and I mean maybe that you guys rectified that situation because he ends up getting he kind of followed the same path you rap podcast. But
that's why we do it. We leave it to leave a trail.
Yeah.
We do it to leave a trail for the people coming behind us. That's a big part of it. Shout out to Yachty. We reconciled. We made up. That's my man. That. He did a podcast. I came through. I was supposed to go to the show when they were in New York they did 1 million shows in New York and I missed them all. But no, shout out to Yachty. Good podcast.
But you know what, Joe? A lot of times people think the biggest in one area will be the biggest in another area. And it doesn't work like that.
No.
Just because you sold, let's just say for the sake of argument, just because you sold 50 million albums, that doesn't mean you can get a podcast and it's going to take off like that.
Yeah.
But people think it's like that. People think just because they were successful in one genre, they can be successful in another genre.
No. This thing comes with, like we've already stated, so much work got to be done. It's a 24/7 kind of thing, 7 days a week. For me, it demands so much. I started focusing on my health. Like I got to be able to show up for myself
because you can't sleep, man. It's all consuming. It's really all consuming because all you think about, okay, who can I get? What are we going to talk about? Who do I need to talk? What brands can I get and let them know that this is what we're doing, this kind of direction. It is like, and you're right, man. If you don't,
work out, eat right, less sugar, sleep, rest, rest your mind. Listen.
It's just hard though, Joe. It's hard for me to turn my mind off. I know it's hard for you to turn your mind off.
Yeah, but I do a good job of going to bed when I need to go to bed. I do a good job of that. That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite things about being in my 40s, is the bed, and how fast I can get there. Ooh, it's exciting.
Really?
It is so exciting. You shitting me? I'll be in the bed at 4:30 if you let me.
It's a blessing and a curse for you though, because you've been in the industry. You've made a lot of friends, but sometimes
I didn't.
You didn't make no friends, Joe?
I ain't friends with a whole bunch of niggas.
But let me spin it.
Even hearing it is hell no.
But a lot of times when you're in a particular business and you have to critique or talk about someone from said business, they expect favor. Well, Joe, you know what it's like, man. You've been in here before, so you probably shouldn't take that approach because you're like me. You're gonna say what's on your mind.
That's the thing. You got to be willing to
stand on it.
That was when I retired from rap, I wrestled with this because I'm about to talk about my peers. Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm like, okay, you know what? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Like, you can't half step.
You cannot.
You can't try to do one thing and you can't steal second base to keep your foot on first. I say it all the time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I dove all the way in, and you're gonna feel about it how you feel about it. For me, as long as I'm saying something that I can say to you, I'm attempting to be respectful. I'm not trying to, like, I got a good heart. I'm not trying to shit on none of y'all out there.
Right.
Like, I'm trying to just critique fairly.
But you get,
and I'll take what comes from that.
But a lot of times, Joe, anytime you're in any business, if they feel if you weren't at the top of the food chain, who are you to critique my career? You wasn't Jay-Z, you wasn't him, or you wasn't this one. That's how people feel. People feel like, well, I wasn't Tom Brady, so Shannon, why you comment? I'm like, well, damn, I can't have an opinion?
Well, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's why they get mad. Because, see, here's the thing, Joe, with me, and this is what Coach Prime told me. He said the reason why it bothers them is that they can't punch holes in your resume because you was an all-pro, you won Super Bowls, you went to Pro Bowl, and you got that gold jacket. I'm one of less than 400 men of 30,000 men that's played, coached, owned teams in the NFL. So with that, it stings a little bit. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can, but you're not playing well. You didn't play good. Mm-hmm. So I think I have an obligation to say that. When you play well, I have an obligation to say that. But people, they will disregard, and I don't know why the mind is wired like this, and I'm going to see what you have to say. You can be in an arena, Joe, and you can hear 70,000 fans screaming, Joe, Joe, Joe. But them 5 fans that boo, I don't know why their voice is louder than the 75,000 fans that cheer.
Yeah, I got time today for you 5. You 5. All this other shit is great. Hey, I agree with y'all. I'm awesome, so there's nothing for us to go back and forth about. But you other 5.
Yeah, I got something for y'all ass today, though.
Yeah.
But why? So did you get the calls when you first started out?
I get them all the time.
You still get them?
From people?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. They call me all the time. I got a good feel now for who's calling, when they're calling, what topic gonna make them call, who's listening. Assume everybody's listening.
They are. If they're not somebody they know.
Assume everybody is listening. Yeah, or somebody that know them, or somebody in their family.
Man, you heard what Joe said about you?
Oh yeah, it's getting back to everybody. The president family. It's getting where it gotta go. So I try to keep that in mind while I'm talking, but I'm devoted to this shit, man.
You and Cardi had a few, but is it harder for you to have a disagreement with a woman that's in the business than a man?
You know what's funny? I try not to have disagreements with women.
Sometimes it's unavoidable.
I mean, what are we disagreeing about? Like music?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, then we're not doing the woman and man thing. Then we're doing
just music.
We're doing music and music lovers.
Okay.
But I don't think there's too much of a reason for me to be publicly disagreeing with a woman. I just don't even like how it looks.
How it comes off, yeah. But you critique it. But sometimes it's like, if you critique, let's just say for the sake, we take Cardi. You kind of gone back and forth with Cardi about her some of her music.
No, I have not. No, I have not gone back and forth.
Well,
I have given my opinion.
Right.
and she's going on her platform to give hers.
And she didn't like what you said about your critique.
Yeah, that's okay.
it.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm not doing now I'm going on my platform to respond to what you had to say from what I had to say. I don't like that. I don't like that.
So in other words, you have a critique. Somebody doesn't like your critique. They go on somebody else's platform or their own platform. They go on IG Live or whatever.
That's their right.
You done with it.
Oh, yeah. I was done after I finished saying what I was saying about it. I was done. Unless something drastic happens to call me back out to play, and that really is not going to happen with me and a female.
Right.
Most of the females have my support from day zero.
Right.
From them because, they just been killing. So, no, I'm not doing it back and forth with a girl. Or a guy, for that matter.
Right.
Or a guy, honestly. It's not even about that. Or a guy.
Right. Well, the two biggest...
On the internet?
Yeah.
Today?
So, if...
Sorry, buddy.
If Cardi said... If a woman rapper... I mean, there's only like a handful of the ones that mean, you got Glow, you got Meg, you got Nicki.
There's a bunch.
And you got Cardi. If they want to say, look, Joe, I want to have a conversation with you because I want to see why you said what you said and the context of where you was trying to go with it. You down to meet?
Always. Man or woman.
Right.
Always down to meet or talk about something I said.
You like, what we talk about? Before I go, what we talk about?
It's normally just how somebody feel about something I said, and I get that. People are human. People are sensitive.
Right.
Artists deal with a lot of shit. I understand it. I was that. I try to carry myself a certain way because I was that, and I understand it. But sometimes we go too far. We talk for a living. We talk too much.
Yeah.
We say a lot.
And as long as it's not coming from an ill-intended place, it's not coming from.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is with you and myself is that we're passionate. We're not really going to talk about something that we're not passionate about. And people take passion as hate. Well, that's what this Gen Z and these millennials, if you don't agree with them, you hating. Hating about what? Because I didn't like that? If I say I don't like oranges, that don't mean I hate apples. But that's where we are now, Joe.
Well, we're passionate and we're going to say what we have to say, but we're also some of the best in the field.
Right.
And that has to be accounted for during whatever I'm doing. So I'm not expecting the artist to understand how I'm dressing something up or how I'm producing in the moment or just how I'm being performative or how I'm putting sauce on something that I don't expect them to get all of that. How do you feel? If I hurt their feelings, I'll apologize. I'm not, that's not beneath me. Like, I'll apologize and get this out of the way. But for the most part, it's cool with everybody.
Nicki goes on stage with Charlie Kirk's widow.
I didn't love it.
Why?
Did you love it?
You know what, Joe? I'm going to be honest. To keep my sanity and to keep my calm, I really try to stay out of this because I see what's going on, and all it does is make me more and more upset. And when people first started getting behind President Trump, I lost some friends. But I started to think about it. I was like, it's their opinion. If that's how they feel, I'm ruining friendships and relationships because, so I let them have. That's their choice.
I understand.
But it took some growth on my part because I see, and I think I'm looking at you, you like, man, did you hear some of the things that man said about women that's like you, and you sitting up there with his.
That is the role that I believe Turning Point to play in the rewriting of history or revisionist history when they visit these schools and have all of this money just basically being pumped into a certain belief system. I won't take us there and speak to what I believe that belief system to be.
Okay.
But it's a mess. It's deeper than political views. I'm not political at all. Mm-hmm. I'm not political at all. You want a Republican, I'm not,
right.
That's not my bag. But the way people go about certain things, when you see what happened to Renee Nicole Good.
Yeah.
in Minneapolis, when you see the way that these quote unquote ICE agents are behaving, when you hear how the president responds to that incident, when you hear how he responded to the Reiner murders, there's a tone that I don't think is hidden, and they're hiding these white nationalist views behind Christianity. It's in front of our faces. So and a lot of money over there.
Yes.
It's a lot of money over there. So she won't be the first or the last. Like, there will be plenty more celebrity.
Yeah, for sure.
To take that check. Listen, when you on that side, they rocking.
Yeah.
They rocking. So tempting for people, I know. But my views and just how I was raised and my family that I come from and Sumter, South Carolina. No.
Because you know how it works, Joe. All it takes is one. Well, you heard what Joe said. Joe said black people are doing the X, Y, and Z. Well, you heard what Shannon said, that he did say X, Y, and Z. So they'll take the voice of one and then try to make it the voice of millions.
Yeah. Well, and that's a plan. I can't be complicit.
No,
and not sleep at night. So it bothers me when I see people that I know and have some sort of relationship with and have had some conversations with, and you know, I've seen people grow and become multi-million-dollar brands from black shit and black people and black consumerism. Like, so to watch you take that equity and stand over there, yeah, I can't jive with that.
Nicki got upset at me because I was on Twitter. And I was going back and forth with somebody, and we were talking about Nikki Haley. And so I said, that woman don't care nothing about X, Y, and Z. So we're going back and forth. We're talking Nikki Haley. They tweet something, I tweet back. Somebody tweet, you should have Nikki on the show. I said, Nikki who? Nicki Minaj thought I was taking a diss at her. I said, how you take a diss? We're talking about Nikki Haley. And I know.
I remember that.
I'm not. Joe,
I remember that.
We going back and forth. We're talking about some real heavy stuff, and then somebody, sir, you should have Nikki on the show. How am I supposed to know they talking about Nicki Minaj when I just going back and forth 2 tweets about Nikki Haley?
Yeah.
She got upset.
The barbs was on you.
I was like, bro,
the barbs made the week hot.
I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about Joe Biden. Man, you should have Joe on. Joe who? Man, oh, you don't know Joe Budden. Man, I'm talking about Joe Biden. We were just talking about Joe Biden.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful with these highs.
But people look to find something to get upset about.
Well, on the internet, we got to remember, man.
That's
2026. The internet is the internet. It's the internet. It's the internet. It's Bob 314.
Yeah.
I don't know where this guy. Oh, it's a big thing on X the other day. Some more white radical shit. X, where they were exposing the origin of certain accounts.
Yes.
And in hip hop, some of these accounts that have just been reporting hip hop and being divisive or talking about hip hop beefs, they're out in India. This page started 3 months ago. It's like, yo, we just got a lot of filler bullshit around, just bots and bums, and it's just cluttered. It's cluttered.
It is.
Now.
It is. The Aiden Ross and the Doechii, you was very outspoken about that. You like, I don't rock with old boy. I mean, you got your right to you, but for you to go as hard at her, and he's probably said some other things that I didn't necessarily agree with, but you like, I'm okay. I guess it was some former gang member. I don't know.
Glasses Malone.
Yeah, Glasses Malone.
Good old Glasses Malone.
He's like, bro,
out in
hey,
LA.
bro, you know, hey.
He said, that's gonna stop. You do it again, we're gonna have to come over there, or we'll make sure that don't happen again, is what Glasses said. And he said,
what's his angle? What is he trying to accomplish here? Aiden Ross.
Oh, I'm not certain what his angle is. I'm not familiar with what some of these streamers and their community and how they go about things. I don't know. I can't say I'm familiar enough with him.
Yeah,
and
I'm not either.
His ecosystem to speak on it.
I think him and Kai Cenat had a falling out about something that he had said something, and then he was doing something with Puka. Remember Puka?
I didn't like the Puka Nakua. I didn't like how that went down. I've just seen enough from him for me to say, something going on there that's just not for me. But more importantly than that, how he was speaking about Doechii and the manner in which he felt comfortable doing so. Also, him picking up the phone to call another black man to try to vouch for him doing that to a young black queen. Nah.
Is he the one that was talking about he could say the N-word?
You can't do that.
Wasn't he the one?
I think so. I've seen clips from him with that. So I mean I'm not with all of that.
Yeah.
And then even after black people try to check it, they say, hey, you speaking this way, it might be cool how you was raised, but it's not cool here in this space. He continued to do so. So not till people had to make phone calls, not till he started losing money did he stop.
Right, exactly.
See, but we need that example. We need the example of, hey, you can't just get on these platforms willy-nilly saying whatever you want to say about black people and there be no recourse, no repercussion, no at least deep dive into the instance. There has to be some type of, they never respond until they lose some money.
Correct.
And it's never been the case because you've always been able to just walk all over us and keep your job.
It never happened.
Yeah. So, yeah, we needed that example.
Eric Benet said something. He said, we keep inviting y'all to the cookout, but when are you guys going to invite us to the boardroom?
I saw him say that.
We quick to, he or she can come to the cookout.
I ain't a fan. I'm not a fan.
You won't let nobody come to the cookout, Joe?
I'm not going to say nobody. I got a lot of white people I'm really fond of.
Right.
And they're great cookout.
They can come, but you let them bring a dish?
Cookout people. No, they can't bring no
dish. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you already know the mashed potato going to have raisins on it now.
They can't. Actually, my man Parks maybe could bring a dish, but he's a chef.
Okay.
I understand what Eric Benet is trying to say. I'm not sure I would have said it that way, but I understand what he's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I'm not with Shannon. I ain't with waiting on invites from people either. I don't jive with that.
Right.
I'm from build it yourself. Do it yourself. I'm not asking for handouts. I'm not begging nobody. I'm not convincing nobody. It's too much going on in the business world for me to have to concern myself with all of that. There's been times where I was supposed to get the deal, I didn't get the deal because 90 people had to sign off on me getting the deal. 90 people not going to sign off on me making more than probably 45% of them. It's like, this is what game are we playing here? I don't have time for that. Do it on your own. I'm not asking nobody for an invite, nowhere.
Where are you on streaming?
I mean, you got to be a fan of it. Everything is streaming.
Are we gonna see Joe Budden on the stream?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not against it. I try to do age appropriate shit. It seemed like the young people have taken over.
They got that.
But I don't view it like that.
Right.
I don't view it like that. So yeah, you may see me on there. That's not my focus right now, but I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of it.
Speed, I mean, he does a great job because he all over the world. And he does, I mean, he's a hell of an athlete too. I mean, you see that he
That's
can
what
run,
I've learned
he
about
can
him.
jump. I mean, no, he legit.
That's what I've
he
learned,
legit.
is that I don't know much else about him, but he's really, really, really big. And hell of an athlete. Jumping over cars. Every time you see him, he's flipping over some shit. He's racing people. He's in great shape. Oh, what it is to be young.
Yeah.
Oh, what it is to be young. I used to grab a hell of a rebound down at the park.
Yeah, I'm done with that. The artist,
Now
he ain't gonna let me do nothing.
Every morning there's a new ache and creak somewhere. That thing has some shit happened in my elbow. You know how old you gotta be to have something happen in your elbow the other
And
day?
you ain't even do nothing.
Yeah, no, I ain't do shit. I ain't do shit.
Just woke up the next morning and I hurt.
Yeah, no. One day it's my knee. You in there, gym, just doing knee shit so you could show up like a man and have sex properly without catching a thigh cramp in the middle of some shit. Jesus.
Are streamers, are they more popular than rappers now?
You're such a troublemaker. Who we trying
Because
to
because you a podcaster, you say you about to get in the stream.
I did not say I'm about to get in the stream. I'm saying it's not off the table.
You about to get into it.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Because guess what's on that table?
Well, I want to be able to.
Yeah.
I want to be able to license my show to streaming platforms
Yeah.
always. So, yeah, well, we want to be in it. We want to be in it.
Yeah.
That way, we want to be in it. But are streamers more popular than rappers? Some.
Yeah.
Some. Shit.
Yeah.
They getting opportunities. Kai Cenat, they let him stream the award show.
Yes. That's unheard of.
They got him at All-Star Weekend with camera rights. Like
And he's at another award show.
He's everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things that we thought were like, these used to be sacred. They ain't letting nobody stream nothing. I mean, you don't know, button up and all that. And they're like, because this is where the kids are. If you want a different set of eyeballs, these kids.
Well, you gotta get with the times.
Yes.
And so many times we'll kick a company's back in because they just won't update or change with the times. So,
Right.
one, glad to see y'all trying to incorporate some of these new, young, fresh streamer faces in what you're doing. If you want to see success in what you're doing, see, that's the message.
Okay.
You could have been doing this for ages. If you don't acknowledge these personalities and their infrastructure, you won't be here anymore. It's not them that's leaving somewhere. So yeah, you gotta acknowledge that Kai Cenat's show is bigger than your networks.
Yes.
your linear TV networks.
Yeah, he's getting a million concurrent
cable networks.
Yes.
This is the new late night television. This is the new place where the celebrity has to come and pop in. Oh, nice place you got here. Like, this is where they're digesting this. Not over there where y'all are spending hundreds of millions and millions and millions of dollars. So don't come over here. If we have an understanding of that, don't come over here now and short me.
Right.
I have a clear understanding of what position I'm in, what position y'all in.
Correct.
Let's talk nice when we come to this table.
Because if you see a lot of these
nice.
linear television are getting these guys to make appearances and show up at these award shows or show up at these basketball games because they know these young eyeballs are watching them.
Yeah.
And so if we want to get them, and I don't have a problem with that, because the one thing we know about kids, they gonna spend money. If they ain't got it, their parents gonna spend money.
Sure enough.
They gonna get it. Sure. One way or another.
It's gonna get got.
That's why they keep making animations, because guess what? That's 4 tickets. Mom, dad, and the kids.
The family. The family cracking them.
Your son, isn't he trying to go to a streamer university?
My oldest, my boy Trey. Yeah, apparently, yeah. I learned that on the internet.
You're like, hey, hold on.
He online, so
it's like a college. I mean, you trying to go to.
He doing an audition. He doing an audition online. So I mean, my kid always puts me in an interesting spot where I have to think of how I feel as a dad versus how I felt when that was me.
Right.
Because he's always doing probably something close to what I would have did. But as a dad, I'd be like, what the are you doing?
Right.
But yeah, he did that. He did that online. I don't know if somebody ever hit him back, but I like it.
But as long as he ain't in trouble, you good.
Yeah. That's his version. That's the new version of Cypher. Like in my day, I would drive around to every hood, try to hop in a Cypher, try to rap to anybody that could hear me.
Yeah.
Today, you're trying to get on the most popular stream so people can hear you rap. If that's what you want to do, I support it wholeheartedly, please.
How close is he to you when you were that age?
In terms of what?
Behavior, mannerisms.
To a T with all of that. To a T.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we both love a crash out. hey, both a real sucker for love at around 23, 24.
Right.
But no, all of that stuff down to a T. I thought you meant with the music. Well,
No.
and even that. He's rapping. I think I got my start maybe a little earlier than
Right.
him. But I'm proud of who he is. I'm proud of how he thinks, how he shows up for himself, his determination, his work ethic. It's fun. It's fun sitting in this seat and watching your kids grow. That's fun.
Is it hard though, Joe? Because you got to look at it now. He's in a very different situation than what you were in when you was his age. Because you is his father, who has money. I don't know if your dad. I don't know your situation, your socioeconomics when you were growing up. But I can assume his situation is a lot different than your situation.
Yeah, but he's super humble because he wasn't raised. That wasn't his upbringing.
Okay.
Because I didn't have it like that. His whole life, one, and two, that's not his mother did a really good job of implementing certain rules in the house and raising him a certain way.
Right.
So I got to give her all the credit in the world for that. My son ain't on it like that. He ain't on it like that. But awesome that has changed and that is his experience.
Yes.
Awesome that, and I mean, I say that, but it could be tough too. It can be tough too when your dad has a certain name and his expectations.
And he got that same name.
Yeah. It could get tough. But he's doing a good job, man.
How often does he come to you for advice?
He usually always comes to me for advice. That's one of the things we were pretty good at early. It's normally a shock for me if I hear something from him, not from him.
Right.
I'm like, oh, that's happening, and I didn't know.
Nobody.
That I would be surprised at that. We talk.
Right.
We talk.
You said something very interesting earlier. You said, no, at this age now that you focus on your mental health, and Kai Cenat said something about mental health. How important is that for you, Joe? Because at what age did you realize that you needed to focus on that? Because when we're young, we don't things that we think about now as we start to. I'm at the age when I used to think it was old. I'm at that age now. I remember when I was, a teenager and in my 20s, like, man, you're almost 60. Now I'm almost 60.
What a blessing.
Hey,
What a blessing.
that's what I tell kids. Keep living. Hope.
This is the goal.
Hope.
The goal is to age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what age did you start focusing on your mental health?
For me, I tried I was always pretty focused on mental health. I just wasn't doing the greatest at the time. Mentally, spiritually, physically, I was always, I had to be aware of my mental health because I could not live anymore if I didn't really focus on that. So after a lot of years it got in a good place, and you learn how important it is.
Right.
It's the processor. It's the motherboard. It's what makes it. You can't go. You can't show up for yourself properly. You can't live life properly. And if you're out there and you're struggling, just give yourself a shot for another day. Like, if you're struggling to get through the day, just give yourself a shot. Pray yourself through it if you can. But mental health is super important now. And today I put the time to the side.
Right.
Learning how to say no was important in my story.
It's hard.
Quick with a no. Hell no.
It ain't hard anymore?
No, it wasn't never hard for me. But it felt better the more you said it. It felt better the more you said it. Less committing to things
that's the worst.
Committing to things that you're not gonna do, don't want to do.
Oh man.
Showing up for you could give two about. It's just like no, and no. Again, back to I'm trying to get in bed by 4:30. Like, if I'm doing a favor for somebody, or if I'm even leaving the house, is something that I really want to do today. And a large part of that is mental health. I'm not going to be somewhere just miserable and grumpy and unhappy around some killjoy of a person. No. Not in my 40s. I need good energy, good vibrations, high frequency. It's important to me how people wake up, even like, or how people start their role in my day in the morning. Don't f with my morning. Do not f with my morning.
That's your busiest time. That's where you feel you're at your
It sets the tone for my day. How the morning goes is how I'm gonna go in all of these different places and people that I have to be at and see.
Right.
Whatever you went through the phone and saw last night, not in the morning. Whoever
when I get home.
Whoever's calling to just argue or just dump on you or just put heavy shit on you, not in my morning. You can't do that in my morning. And I'm a morning guy.
Yeah.
I'm up at 4 in the morning.
Wow.
Let me pace the day. Mental health.
Yes.
Mental health. You come first.
Wow. Noted. As someone that's been in this game, that understands this game of hip hop, what is the biggest difference, Joe, between today, the rappers of today, and the rappers of yesterday, to the best of your guess?
I think motivation, what drives people today to do it might be a little different. Like I said, when I signed, I wanted to be the best. In the 90s, there was a belief that you couldn't even get on without being the best.
Right.
That's not the belief anymore. That's not the belief anymore. And it's a lot more money in it today, visibly. These kids today can pick up their phone and look at what's going on all over the world, and that helps to shape their ideas. And in my day, we were looking at our block or our
what we
city,
could see.
Our shit, and whatever I got from what was going on in another part of the world was from music. Like when NWA came out, I didn't know nothing about what was going on the West Coast. When Scarface came out, I didn't, oh shit, all right, this was going on. That was hip hop to me, like just regional reporting from wordsmiths to educate us. Today, you have no idea what somebody's doing it for today.
Right.
You have people that don't even want to do it for a long time today. They'll tell you, hey, I'm here for 2 years and then I'm done. I'm going somewhere else. So, and I think that you can start to hear in quality at some point.
Right.
Today, things need to be done much faster. It's a lot more microwave today, a lot more processed. In the 90s, it was more made by hand. It was more craftsmanship. I mean, that's what I noticed. Anyway.
Right. Rappers getting out. Fetty Wap just got out. Thug got out recently. Shay, Max Blue, Blueface, YFN, Doechii. Joe, was it always, because look, I'm at a distance. You've been smacked down. Was jail and prison and get arrested, was it always glorified in hip hop or in the rap game?
Glorified? No. I can't say that that's the hip hop I was growing up in.
Right.
No. Today, you're right. I don't even know if you're saying that, but today, today it's a different stripe system that comes from that. They playing by different sets of rules. They doing all different types of crimes, or at least now it's more visible to us. But my mom always raised me, hey, don't go to jail. And if you get in there, it's a system that's in there in place just for people like you to get there, and there's nothing I can do for you. That was enough for me. I spent a couple weekends in a Hudson County or wherever the I spent. That was enough for me. If you lock me up for a couple hours, that's enough for me. So I can't speak to the clip in which people are going in and coming out and going in and coming out. You read that list. I couldn't tell you who's in jail. I know when they come home, because we're so happy. But my message is, try your best to not go.
Go ahead. I asked Blueface, and when he came home, they had a big celebration. I say, Blue, why are we celebrating that? He's like, man, I came home. I said, but you do know the objective is not to go in. I said, nah, if you graduating, you're getting a college degree, you graduated law school or something like that. He's like, well, if you don't celebrate me when you come home, I don't want to come home. I said, but Blue, it's not, the objective is not to go. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in my assessment, Joe?
You're not wrong at all. With all due respect, I try not to hear the things that Blueface says.
Well, Jonathan, he was Jonathan that day.
I'm not.
He was Jonathan that day.
I'm not trying to be funny either, but like I've heard enough of his views to understand that okay, he has a different set of views.
He was Jonathan. He was Jonathan that day.
He could be whoever he wanted to be. I'm just saying, for me, I'm gonna go with some other shit. Not, but it's respectfully,
right?
Respectfully, of course.
You heard. Who was it? It was Savage. Somebody else said F the streets.
And that caused quite the uproar.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it's going to be hard to say F the streets when you kind of built your reputation on being in the streets.
I think people were confused about what the streets
what it actually meant.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of blurred lines with that. So I just saw a lot of people doing explanations. I saw people on one side saying, yeah, and I saw people saying, no, you if you don't like the streets. So I enjoyed seeing success stories, especially from people that moved a certain way or lived a certain way. Like I think part of life is being able to live to tell it or to remember it or flash back or look back on it, or that's a big part of life. So yeah, he was speaking for him. Yo, live. Gangsta is seeing your kids get old. Right. Gangsta is going to the graduation. It's seeing them get a job and seeing them. That's the stuff that we should be trying to talk about, really. And not to say we can't talk about the other shit. Right. But the glorification of it, no, we need real stories about what's really going on. I watch the news every morning. I told you I'm up at 4:30. Right. There's not a day that goes by where there's not something on there that'll just be like, wait, what the is going on? Who did what? I was about to ask you, Joe. You took a machete and you did what? You killed a family. You threw a body over here. Yeah. Lovers killing each other. People killing their kids. Kill his ex-wife and his parents. Like if don't you get depressed though, Joe? I'm like that. I mean, I get depressed. I'm like, damn, really? And I think the thing is, Joe, because we have more access to more news, we didn't hear all this stuff. Now it's 24/7. I mean, basically, you would hear every once in a while of a school shooting, or you hear something like this, but not every day. And maybe it was happening every day, but the social media, the internet, has made the world so close. Mm-hmm. California doesn't seem that far away now. Yeah. New York is not, even though we're here, it's not that far away. So no matter where you are, it's really close. Yeah. Whereas before it was so far away. You only dreamed of going to California. You only dreamed of going to these places. And now they bring it right to you. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about it. So I was like, I used to do that too. I used to read the news and I was like, man, I can't. I'm just saying, when you see all of that shit going on, like I just have a healthy respect for life and just trying to live, just trying to live, period. There's too many black people dying from age 39 to 60. Yeah. Like, I know the food we like to eat. I know the places we like to go. I know the way we like to party. Like, staying alive here is tough. Yeah. It is. And that may be depressing. So why not try to make the most out of every day? Like, why not be kind to my fellow human? Mm-hmm. Why not preach murder, kill, death, destruction, drugs, yada, yada, yada? Because I also believe in the power of words, too. Yes. If that's what you're saying, then it will happen. That's what you're manifesting. Mm-hmm. And that's not, I pray that people grow out of that. Right. I pray we get healthier practices. Joe, you married? No. You were engaged though, right? I have been engaged before, and I'm happily involved now. Are you looking to take that next step, or are you comfortable where you are? That's another loaded question. That's a trick. That's a
It
trick.
ain't a trick question, Joe.
That's a trick
Would you like to
question.
get married?
Hey, that's a trick question. Thank God it's a trained ear to hear this trick level of trick question. My baby just hit me and said, I love you. Have a great, amazing interview. Tell Shannon he's great. Kill that shit. And now you try to load this up.
How about look? You said, look, you happy, but you know, I've been told that the ultimate, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Isn't that in the Bible, Joe?
She'll say that, yeah.
No, I'm not afraid of marriage. I'm not afraid of marriage. And that's in the works, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not totally against it. I'm talking shit just because it's provocative.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not against it. I'm lucky enough to find somebody who I love, that loves me, that
Right.
takes care of me and all of that good shit. She's in the role she's played in my life during this run that I'm on. It's like she's my structure, my accountability system. That's my baby. We'll get to it. I'm not into Russian shit.
How difficult is it to date public? Because the thing is, that, Joe, when you date public, what you got to do? If you got to break up public, and everybody has an opinion. Everybody is a therapist on Joe and his relationship because it's public. Well, Joe, hey, you out here and you talk about it, blah blah blah. So, is it hard for you to date public? I mean, was it hard for you to come out, or were you cool with? If you like, you know what, baby, I'll stay in the background. I'm cool.
It wasn't tough for me because I'm different. I done had so many years of experience of being public as someone with some notoriety.
Right.
So I may be used to it in ways that could be difficult for other people. I'm not gonna say it's never been tough. Like, we have our moments, but for the most part, I'm cool with it.
Right.
You get, if we put it on the internet, we wanted it to be on the internet. Like, I'm prepared for whatever comes with that. Be solid in who you with and who you are, and you be cool.
Let's go back to what you're great at, and that is this podcast space. How do you go about hiring talent? How do you like, Joe, like, okay, I want to hire this, whether they're going to be a co-host, or they're going to be X, or they're going to be videographers, or they're going to be graphics designers, or they're going to be X, or they're going to be Y. How does Joe Budden decide that?
A large part of it is chemistry. I'm looking for chemistry no matter what the title is, because it's such a, like I said, boutique operation. So it's going to be me calling. There's going to be somebody next to me that's calling. We're going to speak. We're going to see each other. It's going to be so how can people work together? That and work ethic for me. Like, I've been blessed to, the people that I've hired are like,
Or as consumed as you are.
Yeah, they love it like me. They're ready to work like me. These are my guys. I've been in the foxhole with these people. So it's not a whole bunch of incorporating strangers and all of that. But it's purely work ethic, dedication. Everybody's talented, but chemistry. I got good people around me. Can't nothing get moving if you don't.
Right.
You learn the importance of a team. Like, back in the day, in early rap days, is when you was trying to take the whole pie and keep it to yourself. You're not trying to get a manager his cut. You're not trying to give the business accountant their cut, the tour manager. You just want to pocket everything, because
well, I'm doing all the work. You ain't really doing that.
You learn as you go that hire as many people as you can that are going to help you.
Right.
That believe in it. That
I guess rigor.
Yeah. Well, and make more.
Yes.
Make more too, to hire these people. But yeah, no, I got a real good team.
But obviously, at the end of the day, you hire a great team. Money. When you hire somebody, let's just say you got 15 people working for Joe Budden. Is it written in their contracts they can't talk about what they make?
Yeah.
Because you know
that's in there. I'm pretty sure my lawyer has that in there. I mean, that don't mean nothing, no. Hey, if you hiring people, just know that when they get away from you, they're going to talk about what they make.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to talk about what they make. But yo, I want everybody to make as much as they can make. It just got to make sense.
Yes.
It just always got to make sense. If people are making more, that means that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
That means we're growing. Right. So I encourage that.
Man, look, your talent. You brought Mark Lamont Hill, and a lot of people think because Mark is a PhD, I think he's at Temple or Rutgers. He's at Temple, right?
Temple.
And speaks very articulate, says a lot of great things. I like listening to Mark. But when he's on your show, he ain't on CNN. He ain't on Fox. And I think people know him from those shows.
Yeah.
And so they're expecting him to be buttoned up, such and such. Nah.
He's not at all.
Mark getting grabbed. I was like, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Do you know they're not finna invite you back to those spaces, right? You stuck with Joe.
Mark has been such a blessing to work with. And I'm not sure if it would have worked if he was so buttoned up.
No, he couldn't.
If it was so buttoned up, I don't think it'd work. But what he brings and just is a wealth of knowledge, is professional in every sense of the word. His humor, his dark humor, like he is a brother from Philly. He is a brother from Philly, and he reminds you of it. So the funny thing about Mark is all that CNN shit. Mark is so controversial to me because Mark will say what he thinks about a plethora of topics, and some of his views, like he's just controversial to me.
Yeah. How did you know that would work?
I'm controversial.
Yeah.
I don't run from the controversy.
Did you think that he would be, because a lot of times, I don't know if you guys, but in linear television, a lot of times they would have like reads in a movie, and you sit there and you say things, and sometimes people would say things in a meeting, that red dot go on, there was nothing like that. I'm like, well, damn.
What happened?
I need the guy that was saying all that, this and this and this, and now you get here and you like, no. So what happened? So how did you have you ever?
And I'm not saying that happens with Mark. I'm just saying that has happened.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I'm speaking to it, because I've been in situations where it had happened. But did you have a prior relationship with Mark? Did you know him?
Yeah, no. Me and Mark were pretty fly.
Okay.
We were pretty fly for quite a few years. We had never worked so closely together, but we had a real good relationship.
Okay.
I think we've gotten a lot closer working in this capacity.
Yeah.
But he's been nothing but amazing.
Man, they be coming at Mark, because I think I saw one clip where somebody said, "Oh, Mark, you be trying to use them big words." And Mark's like, "It's not a big word. It's just a big word to you, but it's not a big word."
Yeah.
I mean, Mark, he's slick. He quick. He's slick with it though.
There's that part. Mark can weaponize his his education. He's slick. Mark is slick, but you need that. You need
And you be
that.
over there, you like,
I love all of that shit.
Yeah.
Again, I love whatever people are bringing that is going to make the shit entertaining. And
Yeah.
if that's dark humor,
because at the end of the day, they're still entertainment.
that's the goal. That's the goal. It's an entertainment show. So whatever happens on cam, long as it's entertaining, I'm fly with it.
Right.
And Mark has been tremendous in that.
You had a co-host leave recently, Melissa Ford. There was a lot of controversy, and I think she said, all of a sudden, her voice wasn't being heard, or she wasn't being taken serious. I don't know what you care to speak to that, but did she leave because of that, or were there a negotiation where her contract was up and money was involved? I mean, what goes into that? Because I'm sure you don't want to lose good people, because she was good for the show.
I won't say too much about her. I wish Mel the best in whatever she's doing. But we do want people to leave.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I tried.
We do want people to leave. Like, I think that's a misconception. If that's what they think, we definitely want people to leave.
You want them to go do that?
That's important.
Okay.
Even while people are with me, I encourage everybody to do their own thing outside of here. Like, please utilize the value in the audience and the attention that this show gives. I want you to do that. So in that, you want people to grow and flourish and go get other opportunities. Again, anybody that was ever on the show, we want you to do that. So yeah, it's a good, Works is a good, I don't want to say launch pad, but a good what's the word I'm looking for? Not a launch pad.
Springboard.
It's a good springboard. It's a good springboard. It allows people to introduce themselves in a different way that they have.
But they know him from you, though, Joe. They want to see.
No, I'm talking about like you said with Mark Lamont Hill, right? Like Mark Lamont Hill, you may know him from all these other places. You're seeing him in a way that you're talking about a 20-year professional here, 20-plus year professional. Mm-hmm. You've never seen him.
No, you're not seeing that side.
This way.
You peeled a layer. You've allowed people to see Mark in a way nobody has ever seen him, or maybe his closest friends know he talks like that.
Exactly. I feel like the show is a good opportunity for people to do that.
Right.
And it's only but so much you can hide, only so much hiding you could do, talking 3+ hours twice a week.
Yeah, you're right.
You talk too much. You're talking.
You go, and that's what I tell people. The more you talk, if you in this business long enough and you talk long enough, you're gonna slip up. You're gonna say something. There's no possible way. I mean, we do a nightcap 4 to 5 nights a week. I'm doing Club Shay. I was on linear television, bro. I'm talking 20+ hours a week for years.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm gonna have one slip up?
You're gonna say something. That's why it's important for the contract to also reflect that, hey, I might say something. I might do something. Right. There might be something in life that happens. You cannot get rid of me because I said something.
Right. One word.
And I'm not in that boat, but for the people that are.
Right. There was a very highly publicized split between Rory and Mal that was on your show, and they have their own thing, doing their own thing, and a lot of people are like, man, this was Siskel and Ebert. Mm. This was Penn and Teller. This was, you know what I'm saying? This was one of those greats, and like, I guess you old enough to remember Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes with Teddy Pendergrass. Like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm doing all the singing. Hal, you ain't did nothing. So, I mean, but seriously, Joe, man. But is it hard because you guys have such a great relationship and then it ends and then, you know, the back and forth? How hard is it for you? Because you guys, I mean, when you work as long as you did with someone, you build a relationship. You do things together. Y'all go places. You do things. You eat. Family and friends become intertwined. How hard was that for you?
I mean, it was really tough in the moment, like when it was happening. Like you got friendships you're managing business, people's view of the business. It was difficult. And then they left. Salute to those brothers. Wish them nothing but the best as well. Then again, my faith being God.
Right.
My faith is in a higher power at all times. So whatever is happening, that's what's supposed to be happening.
Is that how you look at everything? So you look at everything like that. Okay, nothing happens without him, his blessing or his plan, because this was his plan.
Everything is the doing of my higher power. If he's putting it in front of me, there's something that's supposed to be happening, and it's my job to figure that out from there. I'm not sitting around and weeping at the hand that I'm dealt. I'm getting to it. So I needed all of the education that came from that split. It was informative. It was important for me to get to the next place that I was going. And they needed to go and do what they needed to do. But nobody should ever sit around and just be, like you spoke about earlier, just come to work unhappy and sad. And
did you know they were unhappy or sad?
No, not till it was too late. Not till it was too late. But we had a set of issues. We both had a set of issues. None of us had the proper tools to
deal with
it and get through it at the time, and remain whole. So I mean, happened like it had to happen.
Have you guys been able to make peace? Have you guys had conversation and been cool moving forward?
No, but I think everybody's at peace. I don't think you always need to have conversations to be at peace, but everybody's at peace. I've spoken to Rory a couple of times. He's doing well. Just to say I love you, right. Proud of what you're doing. But it's no hard feelings. It's peace. It's peace.
Joe, you always been like this?
Like
or
what?
You had to grow to this level of maturity?
Oh, do I sound mature?
You sound very mature.
Oh, shit. For real?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I was a menace. I was an agent of terror and chaos. So this is a lot of work, a lot of therapy, a lot of just growing up. Listen, Shannon, like we started this with, I've been in this shit for 27 years, however long. I've grown up with some of these people.
Right.
Like, these people have seen me. What haven't you seen me do? I've been wild on TV. I've been wild on radio. I've been wild on the internet. I've been wild with fans. I've been wild with police. I've done it.
Right.
I've done it. Anything there is to do. I've been blessed enough I've lived. I've traveled. Whoever you think the baddest girl is, we had that run. We did the, come on, man.
Joe.
We was moving around for a little bit. We lived when it was a nightlife, when it was a scene in New York, when it was fun, when it wasn't all this internet hoopla shit.
Right.
And now we're living.
Right.
Just very differently.
For me, it was, Joe, and to hear you say, but it took a lot to get to a place where you feel people have wronged you or taken the shots at you, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger person. I'm gonna let it walk. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna be okay. And if I see that person, I'm like, hey, bro, I ain't got no hard feelings. I disagree with what you had to say, but hey, let's keep it. Because for me, Joe, I played a professional sport. And I understand the opposing fan bases, or I understand the opposing team not liking me. But I didn't know so much vitriol and hate came until I got into this. I had no idea, Joe. I was so disliked by people that were in the business that I was in until Cat. And people got upset, like, Joe, Cat comes on your show. You introduce him, we do a read just like I did you. And he just goes, are you stopping him?
No.
People say I should have stopped him. I said, hold on. When you do an interview, he told a story. You remember I had Ricky Smiley on. Ricky Smiley told a story that he was originally cast as Money Mike.
I remember that now.
Joe.
I do remember that.
How am I supposed to check that?
Yeah.
He's there.
Yeah.
So I'm taking him at his word. He said what he said about, I was like, I don't know I said, guys, y'all make it seem like I'm in the comedy space and I know this. If I'm in the rap game, I probably know some rap beefs, but I'm not in it. So I can't speak to it. So if somebody comes and say I got a problem with, or they did this, I got to take them at their word.
Yeah, you can't. I don't do that either. I don't interrupt people while they're in the middle of their testimony. Even if they getting off some bullshit, it's their bullshit to get off. Now, if it happens to be bullshit and we learn that and the growing storyline is growing online, then it make a lot of sense and builds anticipation for my next episode, which is to address why this is bullshit, or have the other side come on my show and do it that way. But no, I try to let people
Yeah, because you was one of the ones that said I was messy. Say you don't mess with me no more.
But not over that.
No, but I'm just trying to figure out. Help me understand messy.
Well, how deep we going?
No, as deep as
how deep are we going?
As deep as your explanation need to explain.
Because I don't put when you have. I think that people were coming on this show. I think after the Cat Williams interview.
Yes.
Which was congratulations.
Thank you.
But after that, I think people were coming with a certain agenda.
Who?
Different guests.
I don't think anybody came and aired anybody out.
I think people were coming to get some shit off shortly after that.
You know, I had Monique was the only one. A lot of what Monique had said, Monique had already said. Monique, the Lee Daniels, the Oprah, the Steve Harveys, the Kevin Hart, that wasn't the first time she said that. So let me ask you a question. So when people go on Oprah's show and they tell Oprah things that probably nobody else knew, is Oprah messy?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
She's not messy.
Why?
She's creating the space. She's creating the space to hear something that we've never heard before.
So I'm not doing that.
You know what it came off like with you, Shannon? I'll be honest with you, because Oprah's been here for my entire life doing shit. With you, I'll use the example of music. Sometimes when Funkmaster Flex would get on the radio and drop all these bombs about a song, new song,
right,
and not play some of the veterans' music, like the veterans would feel like, you 50 years old.
Right.
You're not getting in your car when you off work to put on MC Little Bubba like you pumping up on the radio.
Yeah.
So sometimes it was coming off like, okay, we know Shannon Sharp. We know Shannon Sharp from football. I don't think Shannon Sharp give a about some of the mess that would come up. Some of it.
But see, here's the thing. For me, and this was very strategic, and when I was at Fox, they didn't want me to interview a lot of the people that weren't sports related. I said, but in order for me to grow this platform, I'm going to have to interview people other than sports.
You got to.
So I got to interview comedians. I got to interview celebs. I got to interview influencers in order to grow. So plus, at the end of the day, like you said, it's entertainment. I had no idea that so many people, I understand the comedic space is very competitive. Most areas are competitive. The tech space, whatever the space may be. But I didn't know. Cat peeled it away. They got upset at me because Cat told his story. If you go back and listen, Cat says, I came here because you allow a safe space for people to tell their stories. Uninterrupted. Now, if I wanted to be messy, I can show you some DMs. Well, let me come on and air this guy out. Let me tell you about what athlete I'm messing with. If I wanted to be messy, but that ain't what we do. I tell CJ all the time. I say, CJ, look at this. Nah, we're not going there. Somebody said this about me. I said, nah, you can go on somebody else's platform. As a matter of fact, I said, go to Joe. I said, Joe, let you. I said, but I can't do that. So if I was going to be messy, Joe, wouldn't I take that approach?
Shit, don't tell them come to me and be messy. Don't tell them come to me.
Yeah,
I like to be messy behind these people's backs.
Nah, hell no.
I don't want to just open up the platform for that type of shit. And also that to what you're saying, right? Like, I'm not mad at a little healthy mess.
No, I don't do that.
A little healthy mess. Oh, please, you don't do that. If you don't knock it off, you definitely do that.
I don't do that.
You definitely do that.
I allow a safe space like Oprah. They call me Bropra. They call me Bopra.
Bopra.
Yeah.
So listen here, Joe. Are you trying to get married or you just like what's going on?
No.
That's healthy. That is a healthy mess. It's healthy mess.
I was like, Joe, you ever
It's a volleyball serve. And typically, people be here, they done had a few of these. Well, Shannon, you know what? She did say something about marriage the other day, but this is how I really feel.
I give you a prime example. G Herbo. He came on, talked about his girl. He said, man, you know what? Now that you're talking about it, hell, I'm thinking about going home and getting on the knee right now. What happened?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Too, by the way.
But
Congratulations.
see, I guess I was being messy with that.
Nah, it can be. It can be messy. Again, pardon me for a minute.
Go ahead, you good? But so I wanted to get that because I didn't know how to get to it. Because I
healthy mess. Healthy mess. Entertaining, lighthearted, nobody's hurt, just friendly. Hey, toss this up there and see what happens. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't look at that as mess. I like to be called Bopra. I just like to provide a safe space. And I think the thing is, Joe, the biggest thing is that when people come on, no matter what has transpired in their lives, I feel you can tell your story without its most salacious detail. You've been in this thing 20, 30, 40 years. Whatever your most embarrassing moment is, we ain't got to mention it. And you can still tell your story and be who you are.
That's a fact. I agree with that.
And so that's
I agree with that.
A lot of times people, like Gary Owens, I didn't know Gary Owens was going to share all that he said. I had no idea. And then people get mad. Man, you made the man seem, how?
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm
with you.
I'm like, well, damn. So what am I said, you do realize a conversation. Anytime me and you tell me, it's like, hey, man, dude tried to run me over. Oh, really? You really? Well, I didn't get the guy. I get the guy's side that tried to run you over. So theoretically, that's gossip. You said that's one side. Anytime it's one-sided, it's gossip.
Yeah.
So in other words, Joe, what you're saying today, that anybody that comes on the platform and the other person that he or she is talking about is not there to refute or corroborate that story, it is what? Gossip. Okay.
Gossip.
Okay. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Then now y'all hear, that's the podfather talking.
Yeah.
He been in this thing much longer than I have.
Yeah, no.
I got 5 years in the game, about to be 6 in July. He been in this thing for like 20.
But when you go get the other side, it could be viewed as messy.
But that's the point.
Just so we clear.
Man.
There's never a world in this thing where somebody is not going to allege something about you if you're doing this properly.
Right.
There's that part of it too. Like, whatever model is successful, there is somebody out there that thinks otherwise or has something to say about how it's being done. That's just a fact.
Joe, the thing is with Cat, do you know how long I tried to get Cat? Because I wanted to get Cat a long time because I thought he was Money Mike and the Pimp Chronicles. I was like, man, it's never going to happen because Cat, he's not going to be on this side of town and Cat don't like to fly. Cat take the tour bus.
No, you do. See, and that's why you got to trust God. The timing of that. I had Cat during COVID and during a movie promo where he had the publicist standing next to him and just and he was still awesome. Don't get me wrong. It was during COVID, so it was via Zoom.
Yeah.
You had him where y'all could get to what y'all needed to really get to.
But and the lady, I'm going off the elevator. I had never seen this lady before in my life, Joe. She said, hey, how you doing, Shannon? I said, do I know you, ma'am? She's like, no. She's like, told me her name. She said, what are you doing here? I said, my attorney is here. I mean, he's been here. She said, I didn't know that. She said, today I'm leaving. Today my last day of work. I said, well, congratulations. Hope you get something great. I said, if you don't mind me doing, what are you going to do? She tells me what she's going to do. And I was like, man, I've been trying to get Cat for 2 years. She said, oh, really? Okay. I ain't think nothing else about it. Left it alone just like that. That was a Friday. The following Friday, Cat sitting on the couch across from me. Now, you asked me when we started, man, how many cue cards you got? I had another 30 minutes to go. I said, man, CJ, my producer. I said, we wrapped. Cat said, we done? I was like, yeah, I think we got everything. He's like, you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm done.
He knew what was going
No,
on.
Joe. So CJ looking at the back, and CJ shaking his head. I said, oh man, we done messed up. I was like, let me take this mic back off. I said, what happened? He said, Shannon, you gonna break the end? I say,
We out of
really?
CJ say,
Yeah.
we out of here.
Joe,
I know what that's like.
Joe, I
Let's
had
go.
no idea though, Joe, because I'm sitting there,
Because you in it.
Yes.
You in it.
Yes.
You in it. You don't even know what just happened.
No.
You just working, you got it done. They get to see it different.
They're
They
looking
get to
at
see it different.
I'm saying, see, he said, no. He said, Shannon, this is going to break in. He said, Shannon, they're going to talk about this forever. I said, you think so, CJ? He said, yeah.
The foresight in it, just the prophet he was able to be. Like, he started that year off with shit that, even if you thought that it sounded crazy, I mean, Cat is Cat, highly intelligent.
He's
highly intelligent, well-read,
Yes.
so he know what he's saying. But even if you thought he was crazy a little bit, the way that year played out, I was like,
Joe,
oh my Lord.
Do you know how hard it was to book guests? I ain't coming on after Cat. I was like, bro, it's the only person was what's their
Country Wayne.
Country Wayne. Country Wayne said, I'll come.
Dope.
I was like, okay.
But you know what's funny though? Like, they always tell you in music, right? Don't go in the studio trying to make a hit.
Right.
Like, just go be creative.
Just be you.
Like, and it be the song or the session that you just made and that's the one to go.
That's it.
That's the one that's just out of here. You just had no idea.
Well, your moment came, Pump It Up.
Yeah, that was my first big moment, yeah.
What was that moment like? Did you like, I'm here now, I'm here?
No, I was 22. I was 22, 23 years old. So, no. It was fun. I got to travel the world and what an experience. I made some money, lost some money. It was a good contract. Not bad contract. Good contracts, somewhat.
Well, it's hard, when you're young, to save all your money. You just hope you're in there long enough to recoup it, but you got to buy some stuff. Joe, we come from nothing.
I was 23. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have the slightest clue about taxes. I didn't have the slightest clue about how to pay a ticket. I didn't have probably a license. I had a big Hummer, no license, just riding out places. Then I think my business accountant took all my money.
Damn.
And then I was broke. And then all the label heads changed and went somewhere else. Then I never put another album out. And then I fended for myself for the rest of my career. So yes, Pump It Up was a lot of fun, but short-lived. Shortly after that, you in the trenches.
Do you regret not putting out another album?
Well, I put out a ton of albums, just not on
the major label.
Def Jam.
Right.
In that system. No major label at that time. We later did Slaughterhouse on Interscope, which is a major label, but at that time, no. At that time, all I wanted was independence.
Right.
Oh. All I wanted was independence. All I wanted was to cut out all of these political talking heads and execs that don't know me or my music or don't really care. Everybody had a different interest other than who I was, and I learned that at the time. So I spent years fighting for independence, to get out of a bad recording contract, to get out of a bad publishing contract, or contracts that just didn't suit me or reflect the market as time went on. It was just all bad. So my whole career has been a story of fighting for independence and persevering.
What didn't you know about the music business?
Anything. I didn't know the budget that was attached to everything in music: recording budget, marketing budget, promo budget. I didn't know about lawyers. I didn't know
all that come out of yours.
Oh yeah, everything comes out of yours. Everything's recoupable at this time.
Damn.
Because you can't get anything popping without the labels. You can't. This is physical product still. People going to the stores,
buying the albums and
buying
CDs.
shit. Yeah. So if you gotta store this music somewhere. You gotta have your video going. You got anything that was music at 23 years old, I didn't know. I didn't even understand it when they
radio
said,
play.
You need a hit record.
Yeah.
All right, what is a hit record? Okay, how do you get one of those? I didn't know who was producing what. I didn't know shit. I was from Jersey City. I rapped well, and here I am. So all of it was learning. All of it was learning. I was never gonna make it. I was never gonna make it there.
Right.
Because I didn't know anything. I didn't have any information. So, fun times though. Fun times. Everybody can't say that they have smash, timeless smash. I still hear Pump It Up places today. Like I hear, and
when you first heard it, what did you say? You like, I made it.
Well, when I hear it today, or in recent years, or just as I've grown up, it's like I hear 22-year-old Joe Budden. I hear the guy that was a great MC that was doing his best on this beat that he got from Just Blaze, and if I don't come up with something, they'll drop me from my label. Like I hear that guy who had the world ahead of him, but he delivered.
Right.
He delivered. That's the important part. You called me to the plate at 23 to hit something out the park, and I did that. So early on, that's what it tells me today, is that early on I showcased the ability to be able to hit one out the park.
Well, I tell you what, since you was at Def Jam, give me a Mount Rushmore Def Jam.
Def Jam?
Yep.
LL Cool J.
Okay.
It has to be LL Cool J. There's a trick in this question.
It ain't no trick.
No, not from you. Not from you.
But it's like with anything, you will leave some people off.
Run DMC was Def Jam?
Yeah.
There's a trick. One of the artists that we think is Def Jam wasn't Def Jam. It's me up that I can't remember that right now. Yeah, I'm going LL Cool J. Some people, I'm doing more than 4.
You want me to go ahead and put? You want me to give you some?
Because Beastie Boys, I would have to do the Beastie Boys.
They were there.
If Run DMC was there, then Run DMC has to be there. But Jay-Z and DMX have to be there.
Yep. So, Kanye's there. Rihanna's there.
Oh no,
P.E.
all of that. I don't care about none of that.
You leaving Kanye?
I don't care about none of that.
You leaving? Hold on. You leaving Kanye?
Yeah, you said Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Kanye.
So you got LL. You got Run DMC.
You can't forget the forefathers.
I know. That's what L said.
You can't forget the forefathers, the people that paved the way for all these other great people.
LL has got to be the foundation. The foundation piece.
He's got to be. After LL, I don't really care what you do. LL is the reason that there was a Def Jam.
Yeah.
For the rest of us.
He's the reason there is a Def Jam. You're absolutely right on that.
Yeah, after him, I don't care.
Who's your favorite artist today? Who Joe Budden listen to?
Oh, I'm an R&B head.
Oh, so no more.
I'm an R&B head. So I listen to all R&B. Anybody that's making R&B music, I'm listening to.
Really?
Whether it be current, whether it be some oldies.
That's all I am. I'm on the grooves on Sirius. That's all I listen to.
Yeah, I'm doing Donnell Jones, Carl Thomas, After 7. I've been on a Ralph Tresvant kick lately. Tony Braxton, Anita Baker, Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown, Loyce being there. Who else? I could go on forever. Anything R&B I'm listening to.
Okay. Man, you've been very open about the progression of how wild and maybe reckless or crazy you were in your younger years, and you mentioned a lot of that had to do with drugs and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. When did you come to that realization, like, man, Joe, I got to change, or this is not going to end well for me? What was that moment?
Well, I've had that moment a few times in my life. So, which time? The first time?
Yes.
The very first time?
No, you know what? You don't have to give me the first time. What was it about this last time that made it stick?
This last time was the perk epidemic. This last time was when the doctors were writing all these slips in the hospitals and prescribing the perks, and people were getting hooked on them. Perks and oxys. Mm-hmm. They did what's the TV show they did about it? I don't remember right now. Not Doechii, but the Sackler family. The Sackler family.
Yeah.
I went to the hospital around 2008, 2009 with what I understood to be a issue with my hand. That turned into something bigger than we thought. They prescribed me with medicine. Perks were on that list. And when I left the hospital, I was hooked to perks. I was addicted to Percocets and Oxycontins, mm-hmm. and was able to get them on the street level in bulk.
Damn.
Oh yeah, my Altoid case would be rocking. I didn't leave home with less than 40 pills on me.
What?
30s too, big boy. So I didn't leave home without them, just in case you bumped into a party. But you do that long enough, your body starts to become almost dependent on it. Mm-hmm. And if you get off it or try to get off it, you'll start going through these really deep and intense withdrawals, cold sweats at night. I couldn't live like that. Mm-hmm. I couldn't live like that. I was killing myself slowly but surely. I thank God every day that I experienced that at the time that I did, because that was before fentanyl. Mm. And what fentanyl is out here doing and how undetectable it is, unless you're out there actually testing every drug that you take, the pillhead that I would have killed myself.
Yeah, because
no doubt about it. I'd have been dead, just like that.
And you just woke up one day and like, you know what? That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it like I woke up one day like I just had all this self-control. I had people, my parents, instrumental in that, my friend group, everybody in my life was really instrumental in weaning me off of that stuff. And it wasn't overnight. It wasn't.
Right.
It was a struggle indeed. But again, I thank God it happened back then and not now.
Right. Did you go to rehab?
No, I didn't. I mean, I've been before in my life, but not for perks. Again, this perk shit, I'm talking about 2000 and whatever years I just said, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Like, in 2008, 9, 10, I'm a rapper.
Yes.
Like, I wasn't one of those, you know how the white people are able to, they got some shit going on. Hey, I'm going into this 2-week facility.
Yeah.
And then they come out. No, that wasn't our bag. We couldn't, if I went away somewhere, bills ain't getting paid.
Yeah.
And I'm famous. And at the time, your pill addiction is taboo to even discuss out there because all of us are zombies moving around. So we all needed to get educated on what that was doing.
I read you tried Ozempic for a week and couldn't eat or poop for a week.
I'm on it right now.
Damn.
And not Ozempic. I'm on Zep.
Trizepatide?
I'm on Zepbound. Zepbound. This is what's today?
Monday.
Today is Monday. Oh,
Like
darn,
what?
this is my second week. Well, no, this week will start my third week. I love it.
You notice the difference?
Pretty good. Between what? Oh, do I notice a difference?
Yes.
No, there's a difference. I told you I was trying to get dressed and put something on to come here, and I couldn't fit in shit. I lost a lot of weight.
How much weight do you think you lost?
I'm sure I'm less than 220 pounds right now, but my weight loss started before I started taking the Zep, right? I did some dietary changes. I added some things to my workout routine, and for December, I was like, you know what? We're gonna rock and roll. So I was losing weight already.
Right.
This was just supposed to be like an extra oomph.
The boost.
That's just all it was supposed to be. And I'm probably under 220 right now. I was over 240.
Really?
Back then. Yeah.
So what's the ideal weight for Joe? You want to try to get under 200, 210, 250?
No. I'd like to walk around at probably, if I'm 220 right now, I could see between 210 and 215. Mm-hmm. I don't, anything less than that, I wouldn't feel comfortable being outside, just in case something got to go on.
You done got too big. You got to run, not Joe.
I got it.
You got to run. I can't run. I just walk fast.
Yeah, I'm not running. I told you, my knees, something happened, man. But yeah, 210 to 215 would be a good walk around weight.
But
yeah, look at y'all. Y'all done told Shannon about the Zep.
But look, I know about it.
You on it?
No.
I gotta ask. You look good to be your age.
I'm 57, be 58
You look good.
No, I still work out. Not like I used to. But then, hold on. But, you know what? Now I remember. That's why you got in trouble. Because you made a joke on your show about Ozempic. That Zempic.
When?
About your former co-host.
No, you know what happened? You so good.
I'm just saying, you got in trouble, Joe. I remember.
This guy is good at what he does. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is what happened. What you talking about? I was getting on a co-host for hiding it.
Yeah.
Not doing it. I didn't even have enough understanding of what it was. I just felt like if you're doing this and this is all the rave out in the street and everybody's doing it, then come in and tell us about it. Let's talk about it. Don't be so like, so it wasn't for.
But people don't want you to know. People just want you to think they're going to the gym, they're eating right. They don't want you to think that they're getting help.
If I'm watching you go in another room with throwing up and cramps and whatever you're doing, then it's like, okay, something's going on over there. So but I get people wanting to keep it secret. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Not me. My whole life, I'm with just telling it like it is. If I'm on it, you're gonna hear about it from me.
So are you working out also?
I've been working out.
Yeah,
I've been working out.
Eating right? You eat properly?
Yes, I'm the healthiest right this second that I've probably ever been lifestyle wise.
Wow,
lifestyle wise. And these are from. Listen, man, we have lost too many people for me to. I encourage the people listening, go get all of that shit done. All of it. It's annoying, I know. I almost stopped the full body on MRI right at the tail end of it. Let me out this little tight ass machine. But no, you got to do it. Get the heart scan. I don't want to sound like I'm preaching, but it's just that important. There's too many people dropping dead.
Yeah.
Get a scan, all that shit.
Yeah, no. Well, what insurance costs, I get everything done.
That's what I'm saying.
I meet my deductible probably the first month of the year.
Yeah.
I get everything done. No,
it's that important.
It is.
It's that important.
You mentioned your basketball. You like to play basketball. You done with basketball? You need bad?
No, that was many years ago. Many years ago. I'm done with basketball. Last year, we just for recreation, we went and had a basketball game, rented out some gym in Jersey. I went out there and made a complete fool of myself. That was actually the start of me saying, you know what? We got to make some lifestyle changes. Yeah. If I can't get out here and score a bucket in 21 without huffing and puffing, then we got to make some changes.
Well, Joe, you can't be a part of the podcast wars, then. I'm sorry.
No, I can't. No, I can't.
I mean,
these are professional athletes. Y'all are professional athletes.
X.
Nah, nigga, you've been doing this all. All this. Nah.
No, I'm like, you know, hey.
No, sir.
Because we mentioned a couple of pods. I was like, you know what? We got to get Joe Budden into this thing, too. You know,
who are the pods?
It was us. It was McAfee, Pivot, All the Smoke.
All athletes. 520.
520. Yeah.
So all of the athletes. Y'all can have that.
Hold on. I'm sure somebody on the set was an athlete at one point in time. Maybe not professional.
Listen, if y'all need people to commentate, or if y'all just need some extra support on the sidelines, then please feel free.
We got other things. Look, we got table tennis. Can you shoot pool?
No, not the.
Oh, damn, Joe.
You know what I could do that all of the famous celebrity people just never seem to. They just seem to run from me every time I say it.
What?
So maybe I could talk some shit here. I can't find a good spade game anymore.
Now you know.
I can't find it. I'm
a spadeologist.
Oh my, see, and this is part of why.
Tell me somebody that went to an HBCU that can't play spades, Joe.
See, and this is the thing.
I got a PhD.
A lot of people went to HBCU. This is the thing about spades. Simple rules. So everybody knows how to play the game of spades. Mm-hmm. But everybody don't play spades.
Look, I just want to know how you playing.
Any way you want to play.
Big joker, little joker, ace, king, or big joker, little joker, deuce or diamond, deuce. How we playing?
Any way in the world.
But see, that's what I'm seeing.
Joker, deuce, joker, ace, king.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ace down. We could do ace checks. We could do.
That's all.
I just don't play kindergarten spades. I don't play. Well, I normally don't play for free because I'm great. But if I'm gonna play for free, I'm not doing the blinds and bags and
oh yeah, see, so you don't want to count. You're not counting the overs because if you get so many overs, you get back under.
Well, no, because if I'm not playing for free, if you don't get them, you don't bid them, you don't get them.
Right.
If you have a hand and you sitting there playing for enough money, you are going to want to bid them. There's no incentive to not bid your hand in the non-free game.
I like to say
only with the amateurs. You sitting there, I got two.
Yeah, I like
make seven. It's like, I didn't see these.
Yeah, I like the sandbag. And then because I know what you're gonna say, man. You had all those. Bid your hand. Don't bid mine.
Yeah, but most times is 10 books or less books made. So 5-5 books made, 6-4 books made. So if somebody is sandbagging, then we just gonna keep sitting here.
No, I'm just trying to say.
All right, what you got? All right, we going board. What you do? Oh, y'all going board. Oh, all right.
Oh, you go? No. You go board. I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna even let you get bored.
But if you don't bid them,
that's okay. I just want you to go back.
You got a partner. Because you got some money, too. I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'd love to come over there and take a few of your dollars.
We play individual spades. You ever played it like that?
Tell me more.
Shuffle the cards, pull a card. If you like it, you keep it, turn the other one face down.
No, I've never heard of that. I've heard of contract spades where two people are seated here and my partner is not there, but we're going to put the hand face up and everybody can see it, and I'm going to play both hands. I've heard of that.
No. See, we play like A lot of times you don't have no partner. It's just me versus you. So we gonna shuffle the cards. I got an ace of diamond. I'm gonna keep that. I don't look at the next card. I turn it face down. So I don't know what that is. That could have been.
I have played this. I 100% have played.
Yeah.
I knew it sounded a little familiar. I played this.
Boy, that get interesting because he's like, damn. Does he have the ace of diamond? Damn.
Well, if there's ever a time where you are in the tri-state area,
Who your partner?
my dad.
Oh yeah, I beat brakes off y'all. Me and my homeboy Burns, I come up here just to beat the brakes off you.
We won tournaments. We got trophies. We've been doing it. If you ask, I don't want you to leave here, ask about us, and then I don't hear from you, because if you ask enough people, somebody's going to tell you.
Oh, you got the trophy?
We both got trophies.
Well, I'm gonna come get it.
We both.
See, you had a trophy. I'm gonna come get it. You got it. I'm glad. I just needed to know who had it.
Yeah. Well, you come on. You come and get it then. God damn it.
Let's get out sports. Jets or Giants?
I'm a Giants fan. I'm not an Ets anything. Nets, Mets, Jets.
So Yankees, Giants, Knicks.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's been a struggle for you guys lately, man.
Which guys? Which guys?
Giants, Knicks, Yankees.
Oh, all of us.
Yeah.
Nah. That's not true.
But first of all, were you alive when the Knicks last won the championship?
No, I wasn't alive.
Okay. The Giants, it's been 2000 and what? 10? 2010. That's been 15 years.
Okay.
The Yankees has been 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while, y'all. It's been a while.
Yeah, has it been 2009? But
yeah.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay. Well, I was there for it. But it's all right. What does that mean?
I mean, y'all got you gonna have a new head coach at the Giants. Who you want? You want Harbaugh?
Yeah. Out of the guys that have been presented?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Harbaugh. Hey, he's asking for a lot.
Yeah, y'all got it.
I'll take him. Listen, I can't even be mad. I can't believe the Giants won those last 2 games of the season.
It mess y'all up. Mess y'all draft pick up.
We do it every year. So I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. I just want them to get a good draft pick.
Where are you on AI?
The use of it?
Yeah.
I think it will be very helpful, and it's going to eventually change the world. It's going to be get down or lay down. Either you learn it or be left behind. I'm not with
using your image and stuff, voices and stuff like that, huh?
Yeah, I think the laws will have to update so people's likeness can continue to be protected. See, I'm not with that. It's so new, so I'm with the concept, but it has to be sort of. I'm not with AI being able to take black dead celebrities, make something or sell something, and not have to.
And they don't have to. They don't get the benefit.
Yes. Yeah. No. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. So it just needs to be sorted out. But can it be a really positive tool? I think it can. I think it will be.
Right. Have rappers reached out to you about starting a podcast since you've been at this thing for so long and you're so successful at it?
Yeah, they have. They have all the time. Podcasts. I mean, not podcasts. The rappers reached out all the time to get some information. See if they should start, what they should do, get some advice. I don't gatekeep it. I don't gatekeep it. When the phone rings, what you want to talk about? But I'm happy to see a lot of people thriving in the space, especially rappers.
You're like I am. But I tell her, oh man, I ain't really trying to work like you be working, man. You own every.
Well, then you should talk to somebody different.
But you get that. But I know you get it too.
People won't say that to me.
That's what they say, man.
People won't say that.
Man, you work, man. I see you on all the time. I mean, you and Ocho on 4-5 nights a week. You doing club shit. I'm like, bro, I mean.
Yeah, if you ain't down to work, then what conversation, what are we starting this conversation with?
And what I tell them though, plus, because we're kind of like 4 or 5 nights a week. You know, sporting events happen on the weekend. You know, sporting events are played on the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I said, you do understand that, right?
Nighttime.
Yes. Man, what kind of I said, well, those are sacrifices that you have to make. I mean, I can assure you, before Amazon became Amazon, Jeff Bezos was working weekends and on holidays.
Sure enough.
Whoever the biggest person, what it is, whatever genre it is, I guarantee you they had to make sacrifices at some point in time before they could say, you know what, no, I'm off this Christmas.
But I can't lie to you. I've grown to appreciate the fact that everybody's not like that. Actually, I've come to love the fact that everybody's not like that. I love the separation that it creates. Like I do. I love the fact that everyone's engine and hardwire is just
not wired like that.
Yeah, it creates a very clear separation between those that do and those that will not. And everybody
Good to great.
Yeah.
But people wonder why.
need that.
But Joe, you know what? People ask me, man, why is such and such so good? Why is he so great? Having the success that I've been able to have, you think LeBron and Tom Brady and all those guys, think about the sacrifices to be that great for that long, what that entails.
Yeah.
To do what you've done in this space for as long as you have, that is a sacrifice. But people always talk about what goals. I'm sure you like what goals, but I always ask, okay, you wrote down your goals on the left side. On the right side, did you write down the sacrifices that you're willing to make to reach said goals? Nobody want to write down the sacrifices, which is working on the weekends, working at night, working extra, working, you know, we've gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, going Tuesday, off Wednesday, again Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Man, that's too much. Okay, well, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Listen, everybody want to own some shit until it's time to own some shit.
Yes.
Everybody want to be successful until they find out what it looks like to be successful. Like, and that's the grind of it. I love all of this shit though. See, and that's what I mean just about being passionate.
Yes.
No
You love
matter
what you do.
no-
So you don't look at it as work. You don't look at it as a job.
I'm showing up for this shit. And if I don't know it, never did it, then we're gonna do it that way. But I love it too much.
Right.
I'm with all the bullshit that comes with it.
What would a 20-year-old tell the 30-year-old Joe?
What would a 20-year-old tell 30-year-old Joe?
And then I'm gonna ask what the 30-year-old told the 40-year-old. And the 40, what's the 40 gonna tell the 50?
Shit, what was going on when I was 30?
And that wasn't too long ago.
At 20, I didn't have too much information, even about myself. So I would have been limited in what I could share with my older self. At 20, I would have let my older self hear a verse. I would have rapped for my 30-year-old self,
Right.
is what I would have done. And I would have hoped that he was able to hear some talent and pull something from
Right.
it. But I didn't know how to do shit but rapping at 20 years old. I didn't have nothing to offer nobody. I had left school. I was getting my information from real life experience, from the streets, from just alternative means and measures.
Right.
So yeah, I didn't have nothing I could offer nobody.
Then you turned 30.
Oh, now when I turned 30, that was a peak depression.
Damn.
Peak depression, 30 years old.
You weren't where you wanted to be in life? Or things weren't going?
Absolutely nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. I was just doing what I loved and doing all I knew how to do to stay alive, which
Right.
was make music still.
Right. Okay.
But by 30, I'm already up from my music business trauma, my first few relationships trauma. I don't have no money at 30. I'm just partying. I'm just partying and drugging. Yeah, I think that, yeah.
Well, you was glad to get out of your 30s, hit the 40s. Now you're in your 40s.
Well, by 34, 35, I was like, you know what?
Am I going to make it to 40?
And I should prep for it, right? Like, what do I want my 40s to look like? And this, whatever we've been doing ain't the route. So
Right.
let's start gearing up for that. I think that's the mistake a lot of people make. They wait too long. It was 34, 35 when I was like, what's going on in my 40s? The same way right now. I'm 45, I'll be 46 in August. But right now I'm like, what do I want my 50s to look like?
Right.
Okay, so I should
start prepping.
build the house now, buy the lot now. You got to prep for it.
Yes.
You got to prep for it. What would my 30-year-old self have told my 40-year-old self? Probably just, do you want to get high? Again, nothing of substance. Nothing of no substance. Still trying to find myself. Yeah, it wasn't until now where I'd be able to give somebody some advice.
when you drive, you say you don't drive, but when you're sitting in your car and your driver is driving you to and from, let's just say he's driving you back home from work, and you're sitting in your back of your car and you're probably just looking out the window. What's going through Joe's head?
Oh, everything. I don't turn my brain off. Work shit, relationship stuff, parenting stuff, both sides, with my kids and with my parents, and the workload. Probably 70%, 75% of my brain power is just focused on work. Just work.
Because you come in the city to shoot the show.
Hell no, I'm coming to the city. Are you crazy? I came in the city to do this sit down with you.
Well, I appreciate that.
I don't just rush to come to no damn city. I'm a Jersey head.
Your studio's in Jersey?
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
And I live in New Jersey. So I don't come.
You don't have to. If I don't absolutely have to come?
Yeah, I'm not coming. I was shocked on the way over here. Like, damn, all this construction.
Tell me about it.
I was like, oh, they're doing a lot of work.
I used to work in New York for a decade, and coming up here, I was like,
man.
I sure don't miss.
No, it's a nightmare.
Man, coming from the airport, whether it's LaGuardia or JFK, it's an effing nightmare.
Yeah, then you're a slave to like traffic times. Slave to traffic times.
Is there any good time for traffic?
Yeah, but there's just be traffic when you don't expect. Like, it was 30 minutes to get 2 blocks, 3 blocks.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank God I'm early. You know, I'm a Jersey boy. We record over.
Late night. Were you interested in doing late night?
Interested in. There was a time I could have seen myself doing it. I think the medium, like I said, is different now.
Right.
So, you know, that's streaming. That's streaming now. But would I have done it? Could I have done it? Yeah. Definitely.
What's the future of media? You like to say you like to look at things in blocks, 5, 10-year blocks. 5 years, 10 years from now, what are we talking about? What are we doing?
In 5 to 10 years, one or some of these companies that we view as a behemoth in the space will be insignificant and obsolete in 5 to 10 years, if not more than that.
Wow.
If not more than that. I see the personalities continuing to take over. There'll be some smaller companies that just make the right decisions paired with personalities.
Yeah, correct.
And there'll be a lot of success there. What else do I see in 5 to 10 years? I see growth. I see growth for the media space, and all around growth. I'm talking about in audience, financially. It's all about how things will be consumed in 5 to 10 years, really. I mean, that's the race. That's the race. That's what everybody's fighting for. And data. Eyes, ears, data, and consumption. That's it.
Anything you want to promote? Anything you got going on? You want to tell the audience about?
Not at all. Check out the Joe Budden podcast. Subscribe to the Patreon. All the shit that Shannon promotes. It's the same shit. You heard him say it. You heard one person say it. Everybody done said it.
How often what days is the Joe Budden podcast? What days can they find it?
We drop 4 times a week on Patreon. So we drop Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Depending on how we feel, it could be bonus content throughout the other days. We try to drop as much as we can. So subscribe to the Patreon at Joe Budden. Check out the podcast. Shannon, again, thank you for having me. This was amazing.
Podfather, Joe Budden.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.